Testing my mic. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1. Testing 2. Testing 3. Let me see if I can change my audio avatar. All right, that's much better. I'm going to check my channel and see whether my voice is streaming. Hopefully it is, yeah, because there were incidences where I was talking for about 5 minutes and then I found out too late that none of my audio was coming out. Okay, I think I can hear myself speaking on YouTube. So yeah, should be there. And yeah, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, brothers and sisters in Islam. Welcome to my channel, The Muslim Apologist. And I'm your host, MENJ. Keep in mind, it's MENJ. It's not MENJ, it's not MENJ, it's not MENJ, it's not MENJ. It's MENJ. Yes. And yeah, I think we have someone here in the chat. How do I join? Yeah, I will be providing the StreamYard link shortly. So let me start with some introductions first. All right. So I have this rule now that if you want to join, you will need to show your camera on the best stage. Of course, when you come on live, you don't have to show your face or anything of the sort if you don't want to, but you need to show your face to me at the very least in the backstage before I bring you on the platform, because I have had an incident where a troll thought it was a good idea to show off his dick, like literally his dick. Well, it's probably not his dick, but it's someone else's dick on his profile. Okay, on his profile when he was brought on, when he was brought onto the live stream, because I did not allow any sharing, but somehow he managed to snuck in a video of that disgusting person showing off his stingy to the world. So of course, fortunately, I managed to stop him in time, and I managed to download it and re-edit it and re-upload it again. But I really don't want to go through that again. So I'm putting this rule where if you want to be on stage, you're going to have to at very least identify yourself to me to show that you are genuine. Okay, so I'm not going to stand for trolls trying to sabotage my live stream, when this live stream is supposed to be a discourse, it's supposed to be a dialogue, it's supposed to be an exchange of minds, honest minds at least, right? So yeah, I mean, you don't have to agree with me, you don't have to agree with Islam, you don't have to, you know, uh, you know, uh, be convinced by my arguments or any of uh, the Muslims' arguments who may or may not join this live stream, right? But at the very least, show some respect and grace to your host, right? Which is basically me, right? Me, myself, and I. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to tolerate any trolls trying to come onto this live stream of mine and sabotage it, because yeah, I'm not going to stand for that kind of nonsense, right? So I can be nice, but I can also be very, very evil if I want to. Yeah, within reasonable bounds, of course. Yeah. And yeah, so what would be the subject today? Well, basically this is a live Q&A session where anyone can come on and say anything they want, and ask me any questions about Islam if they want to, or if they want to rant about something related to Islam or related to religion, they can do that as well. No issues about I have no issues about that personally. But yeah, it's supposed to be a live Q&A session, so at the very least you should be asking questions to me. All right, okay, unless if there's something of interest to be discussed, then yeah, we will allow you, or I will allow you to say anything you want. All right, so yeah, it's a very open and free platform within reasonable bounds, and within the I would like to think of it as within the bounds, the principles of Islam. Yeah, because if you're going to show to me your dick videos, then I don't think this is the right platform for you to do it. Yeah, right. So yeah, not joking there, by the way, there was an incident. For those of you who have just joined, yes, there was an incident where someone showed off his dick video onto this platform, and I had to remove. Fortunately, I managed to remove that person who without delay. Yeah. But it was very tired. Well, it was a very tiresome thing to do, and I really don't want to do that again because it's not easy. I'm a bit technically challenged when it comes to video editing, so I really don't want to do that again. All right. So before we continue the live Q&A session, I'm going to, of course, cue in my intro and cue in. Yes, and I'm here again. Yeah. So yeah, the reason why I'm not switched on my camera yet is because I'm actually suffering from some digital fatigue. Okay, because I streamed live yesterday, the whole of the night yesterday, showing my face. So I don't feel I'm suffering from a bit of a fatigue in that sense. So I don't feel inclined to show my fatigued face. Okay, you really don't want to see me at my worst. Okay, so I think I'm going to be switching off the camera for now, at the very least, until I feel comfortable enough to show my face, and yeah, I feel comfortable enough to show my cam to switch on my camera and show my face to the world again. Okay. In fact, I've been thinking that I probably need to take a break from live streaming because last week I've been live streaming, and today I'm live streaming again. I mean, since the last week, and yeah, it's been quite quite it's taking a hefty toll on me, so to speak, mentally speaking. All right, so I think I'm going to have to take a break from live streaming uh next week. Okay, so I probably am going to probably going to schedule my next live Q&A session in 2 weeks time. Yeah, because I think doing it every week is not uh conducive for my mental health. Okay, I just don't feel comfortable streaming live as often as as I would like. Okay, so I'm going to share the StreamYard link. All right. So yeah. So if anyone wants to come on, they can go to the chat to the chat box, and they can look at the StreamYard link at the top, and yeah, click on that, and yeah, you'll be taken here. But of course, like I've mentioned, please show your camera, please show your face to me at the very least before I decide to bring you on, and you can choose not to switch on the camera when you are on the platform because, like I said, we have had incidences of someone showing off his dick. I forgive me if I sound crude, but we have incidences of someone showing off his dick video onto the live stream, which is partly my fault because I did not vet him properly. So I'm not going to make that mistake again, and I'm going to make sure that there won't be any such incidences again. Both for my mental health, because really I don't like seeing people's dicks, as well as for your own benefit, because I don't think my viewers would want to see someone else's dicks. Okay, yeah. So let me see. I'm going to read some of the chat here before someone joins. Um, Truth, hello, Truth. Yeah, no problem. All right, okay. That is foolish and meaningless. Well, some people think it was funny, or it might have been a good idea to show off someone else's dick on someone's else's live stream. Okay, but I really don't find it funny at all. Right? No need to show face. Yeah, I mean, I like to. I would actually, it has always been my personal principle at the very least to show off my camera, because I feel that showing myself to the world would prove that I'm not an AI bot or that I'm not a fake, right? But yeah, today I'm feeling a bit exhausted, and I think it kind of shows on my face, so I don't feel comfortable showing or switching on my camera at the moment. Yeah. All right, talking is enough. Yeah, sure. I guess so. Please do come on to the live stream if you feel comfortable in doing so. Yeah, no worries there. Oh, Brother Siko is here. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah, brother. Yeah, good to see you, mashallah. I think you're in Shanghai now, right? Yeah, you didn't actually fully explain why you were suddenly in Shanghai though. Maybe we could do that if you come onto the stream. I'm at a work function today. Yeah, no worries, man. Just listen to my beautiful, soothing voice, rumbling on about goodness knows what, and perhaps that will calm you and motivate you at work. I'm just kidding on the last part. All right. So I just hope that my voice doesn't sound depressing enough for you to to become demotivated. That's all right. But anyways, yeah. So if anyone wants to come on to the live stream, yes, I'm waiting for you. The link has been given out. All right, I've provided the link. Yeah. Yeah. The brother is laughing. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It was supposed to be a joke anyway, brother. All right. Yeah. Good. Good for you to have gotten the joke. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, by all means, if you want to come on to the live stream, this is a live Q&A session where you can, ask questions, which is the whole point of the whole stream anyway. But if you want to say something, sure, why not? But please don't give a khutbah, because this is not the place. This is not a pulpit. This is my live stream. But if you want to share knowledge, by all means, I have no problems with you sharing knowledge or sharing your wisdom. Oh, Sheikh is here. MashaAllah, I just saw that. Okay. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi ya Sheikh, ya Sheikh Al Filastini. Yeah, my Palestinian Sheikh Aladdin, mashallah. Yes, it's good to see you. It's good to see you, Sheikh. It's always an honor and my deepest pleasure to have you here on to the live stream, mashallah. If you want to come on, please by all means you can do so. But yes, please be reminded that this is not a pulpit and you're not supposed to do a khutbah here. You're just supposed to, share your wisdom and your insights. And if you want to comment on something that's happening in the world, yeah, maybe like what's going on in the Middle East. I'm open to that as well. Yeah, the things that are going on is in the Middle East is very disturbing. I'm really worried by what's happening in the Middle East, and I think, unfortunately, I'm going to have to say this. I feel that war is coming. Yeah, I mean, no one wants war, okay? I really don't want a regional war, but from the way things are going and heading and spiraling downwards, I really can't see how there won't be a war, because wars have in the past wars have been started over something much less than this. And the recent incident in Lebanon, in Beirut, was horrific. Okay, I've had the pleasure of speaking to an anti-Zionist Jew a few days ago, and he himself told me that the things that Israel, this illegal Zionist entity called Israel, has been doing is totally against Judaism, and he, as a Jew, was horrified and totally, uh, you know, uh, taken aback by the scale of terrorism that Israel has done. And he many times he described what's currently happening in Gaza as a genocide. He was the one, in fact, during our discussion, or during my podcast session with him, who started using the word genocide, because uh, I know that he was an anti-Jew, but I was a bit hesitant in using the word genocide in front of him, because he might have had some affinity for, at the very least, for his Jewish brethren in Israel. Yeah, but he openly and he disparagingly called Israelis, genocidal, and described the situation in Gaza as a genocide. So you see, we do have right thinking Jews. We do have honest, sincere Jews who only want to practice their religion and clearly condemn the atrocities that are being committed by this illegal entity called Israel. Yeah, I think it's pretty much obvious by now that Israel is a terrorist state, and that Israel is certainly not trying to defend itself. It's just committing genocide, and it's taking advantage of the situation to commit genocide. Okay, that's pretty much what's going on. I think anyone could see this except for Zionists themselves. Okay, the Zionists have become the very thing that they fear the most, which are basically the Nazis, right? Because you find that whenever we criticize Israel and whenever we criticize Zionism, okay, the Israelis will say, "Oh, you anti-Semite, you are a Nazi, you are this, you are that, right? You are the spawn of Hitler." But when I look at the events that are going on now in Palestine, in occupied Palestine, in the West Bank, in Gaza, what's and in Lebanon, I don't see any differences between the Zionists and the Nazis. In fact, I would dare say that Zionism is an offshoot of Nazism, and Zionism is basically the successor of Nazism. So we have not gotten rid of Nazism because it has become a new entity called Zionism. There's no difference really, because if you look at the history as well, Nazism is about the superiority of the Aryan race, and Zionism is about the superiority of the Jewish race. So where's the difference there? There's no difference at all in terms of racism and in terms of evil, where the evil ideologies are concerned. Okay, I'm going to share. Okay, I think Brother Omar Al Butmeh has given us comment. Walaikum salam, Brother Omar. I haven't seen you in quite a while. Do you ever teach about the madhabs on your channel? Well, brother, it's that like this. I don't teach madhabs. I don't teach fiqh. Okay, I'm not an ustaz. I'm not someone who's qualified to teach, or at the very least, I don't feel myself qualified to teach about fiqh or madhabs. Okay, so whatever I know about fiqh and madhabs are what I read. Okay, from books. Okay, officially, I would say I'm a Shafi'i, okay, because most of the practices that I follow, most of the fiqh that I follow are derived from Shafi'i. But at the same time, there are some fiqh rulings that I adhere to, which comes from Maliki and maybe even from Hanbali and Hanafi, etc. It's here and there. Okay, but overall, I don't feel qualified to teach fiqh to anyone. Okay, because I'm not an ustaz. I'm not a sheikh. Okay, I mean, we have Sheikh Aladdin here who probably could do that, but I can't. Okay, I'm not. You have to keep in mind, my name is the Muslim apologist, not the Muslim fiqh teacher. Okay, so I'm not an ustaz. I'm not a sheikh. I'm not an alim. I'm not a teacher of religion. I'm just a student of knowledge, and I don't feel comfortable teaching fiqh to anyone. I have my own fiqh which I adhere to, which I derive from, of course, from the sources themselves. But I'm not going to, teach my brand of fiqh to anyone, because if I do that, then I'm creating my own madhabs. Okay, and I don't want to create my own madhab. All right. So if you want to learn fiqh, I would suggest that you read or you study from someone who's a known teacher of fiqh. Either that, or you study the books and you read the books and understand the books and find a teacher who can teach you the books. Yeah, inshallah. Yeah, I hope you understand, and yeah, I do appreciate your question. I wish I could come to a level where I can teach fiqh, but I'm not a fiqh teacher, and I don't really, even if I do learn fiqh, and even if I do reach to a standard where I could teach fiqh if I want to, but I wouldn't do that because I'm the Muslim apologist, not the Muslim fiqh teacher. I hope that clarifies your question, inshallah. Yeah, like the name says here, the Muslim apologist, right? Not Muslim fiqh teacher. So, okay, Brother Sirko is on the backstage, but let me read this comment, right? Okay, Brother Omar says, I understand. All right, okay, good. So we have Sirko here, Brother Sirko from Shanghai now. He's in Shanghai now. Previously, he was in Poland. Salam alaikum, brother.
Walaikum salam. Yeah, I moved because I changed my work from where I was working in Poland to working in Shanghai. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, what you're saying about the current situation in the Middle East, it actually, I have to correct you on one thing. You said nobody wants war, but actually, I believe that the Zionist entity does wants to widen the war. There are several reasons for
Yeah.
this. Because if you look at it,
Yeah.
they've been bombing Gaza. They've been carrying out raids in the West Bank. They have been bombing places in places in Syria, Lebanon, Iran. You know, the death of the previous Iranian PM, I believe it was actually an attack by Israel to take them out, take him out. So
Brother, there's a lot of feedback. Sorry, brother. Before you continue, there's a lot of feedback on your side, so I can't really hear what you say. Probably you find a place where where it's clearer for your voice to be heard. Yeah.
I'm going to move. Let me know when you can hear my voice a bit more clearly.
Yeah. I mean, your voice is there. It's just that there's a lot of background sound and I don't know, it's some sort of noise on the mic. I think maybe it's your mic. Yeah, some sort of echo at there
Ah,
as well.
okay. How about
Yeah. Okay, this is much
here?
better now.
Did it?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Now,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's
I
better.
think I know why. Let me just find somewhere quite distant down. But yeah, as I was saying, if you,
Yeah. You were saying
I
for the Middle
the only
East.
thing
Yeah.
I disagree with you about saying nobody wants war, because clearly there is one entity that
Yeah.
seems to want war, wants to widen the war.
Yeah.
They want
Yeah.
to drag
Unfortunately,
in,
yes, I agree with you.
yeah, they want to drag in certain nations with them into the war. Unfortunately, the countries who do have power to do something about it, the countries around this entity, are not taking steps which would actually go and isolate the country. Because if you think about it,
Yeah.
places like Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, they have power to
Yes.
actually kind of say, look, you're not going to let anything pass through land, because once the Houthis started attacking the sea route, Saudi Arabia allowed things to go through their own land towards Israel.
Yes.
Jordan and Saudi Arabia
That's right.
communicated with each other about the attacks from, Iran launched some
Yeah.
missiles, more like a theatrical show rather than any intent of actually doing damage.
Yeah.
They informed the US, who informed Israel, and they all know what they're doing. I believe MBS has been telling the US that they want to kind of normalize and recognize the state of Israel officially. But for him to do that, he needs concessions from the Americans to get from the Israelis
Yeah.
to kind of show that the process for peace rather than an actual recognition of Palestinian state. Because he feels threatened that he will end up like another leader, former Egyptian leader who
Yeah.
was assassinated.
Yes.
And to be honest, I believe that you know the Arab leadership or the Muslim leadership have betrayed not just the Palestinians but the Muslim population of the world, in a general sense as well, because they have a lot of weight and a lot of power, a lot of pull that they could use or don't for their own benefit. MBS has been changing the way Saudis like from the inside. I can understand that they want to change their dependence on oil to something else, but that is things that they could be doing in other ways. And I was speaking to a Spanish man before. Um, he is, in a sense, a communist, but he said any nation which has its foreign military base within it can never be truly called independent nation. And if you look at America, they have
Yes.
many bases within the Middle East. Iraq, for example, has many American bases, and even they know they're not fully or truly independent because they are dependent
Yeah.
on the Americans. And Saudi have their own bases. Some of them are not officially called a base, but the presence of foreign military army, which has rights that don't allow the locals or the local authority to interfere with them, shows that there is a dependence and it's not a fully independent nation. Uh, Saudi is, if you look at it, they had a American Saudi guy killed in the embassy. America really didn't do anything about it because they want and they support the current regime in Saudi Arabia. So even if the press rails against them, there is a strong support
Yeah.
for this organization that is in charge of these countries. I mean, King of Jordan, for example,
Right. Right.
he educated and brought up in the UK. Spent some time at Sandhurst. I don't know if you guys know what Sandhurst is. Do you guys know what Sandhurst is? Sandhurst
Sandhurst.
is
Not
a
really, brother.
so it's a British military kind of school where a lot of
Oh, Sandhurst. You mean
yeah
you
yeah
mean the military college? Yeah, Sandhurst. Yeah, yeah. I know.
yeah
I do know that. Yeah. Okay.
yeah So he spent some time there. He spent some time within the British military structure. So there's a lot of lip service that they give people in the top. But there's a saying, action speaks louder than word, and from the actions we can tell that they are not really putting what they say
Yeah.
into action. Even Turkey, a lot of people praise Turkish leadership, but you can see within this context, um, he's he's what he's doing for Turkey is in the Turkish paradigm. It's not really in a wider Muslim paradigm or Islamic paradigm. And that's a lot of the thing that a lot of the leadership is. It is to do with nationalism. They've kind of poisoned a lot of Muslim nations and all that with this nationalism. I mean, look at the ridiculousness between
Yeah.
Morocco and Algeria about borders and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's just, yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunate what's happening in the Middle East. So yeah. What do you think, by the way, of the recent
Brother
attacks
Jake.
that happened in Beirut? Yeah. Yeah, brother. Can you hear me? Brother, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
can you guys hear me still?
Yeah. Yeah. So your voice is loud and clear. It's much better than just now, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. Hello? Oh, you're breaking up a bit.
Yeah.
Hello?
So
Assalamualaikum. Still there? Okay,
anyway,
go
sorry
ahead.
to
Continue.
interrupt. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to. I might be back in a bit, but I'll be listening to you. Just have to knock off for a bit.
Okay, sure. No worries.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
So
So
if
what
if
time
I
is
don't
it in
speak to
Shanghai? It
you,
should be around 9. Yeah, should be around
yep,
10,
it's
right?
about
Almost 10.
9:46,
My
9:47. It's
yeah,
like I
same.
said, I'm at a
Yeah,
work
same.
function. I
Yeah,
just
we are.
kind of had to go away for a bit,
Yeah,
had a bit of
we,
a
we are
break.
we are in the same time zone, but
Um,
yeah, we are in the same time zone, by the way. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, that makes
yeah.
it easier.
Shanghai has the same time zone as Malaysia. Yeah, yes, yes. It's 9:47 a.m. here, so I presume it's the same thing there as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm at a
yeah,
work
yeah.
function. Bit of a break, but some
Okay.
things are happening.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be
Sure,
listening.
sure.
I'll be
Yeah,
not maybe not everything. I'll be in and
yeah,
out
yeah. Feel,
because
yeah,
yeah.
sure, sure. Feel free to jump on whenever you can. Yeah, no worries, brother. You're always welcome onto
Okay,
my
brother.
live stream. But
It's
yeah, sure. Thank
always
you
a
for
pleasure to
your
talk to you,
insight.
brother.
It's
Okay,
always
brother.
an honor
Assalamu
for
alaikum.
me to have you. Actually, yeah. Walaikum salam warahmatullah. Yes. Yeah, so that was Brother Suko. He's a long time fan of this channel and live stream. Mashallah. Yeah, I've known him since I think it was last year or 2 years back when we first met each other. Brother Suko, I don't remember, but yeah, I remember that I first met him on Kof FF channel. I think it was Kof FF, and then yeah, he came to my channel several times, and then yeah, we have been here ever since. Okay, each time I uh activate my live stream, he most of the time would be here. Okay, right. So anyways, I think there's some confusion in chat. I'm not sure what's going on in the chat right now. Um uh can you pin the link on the live chat? I already did, brother. I don't know why you can't see the link. I've been posting the link for the past several minutes now. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to share the link again. Okay. So please look at the screen. It says HTTPS colons double slash double black slash streamyard.com slash, and then there's the code there, right? For MFXDUG5AP, all in small caps. Okay, so please take a look at the link currently appearing on your screen. And yeah, if you must, you may copy the. I mean, you would probably need to type it out, and yeah, you should be able to come onto the live stream, right? So yeah, if you can't see the link, I'm not really sure why you can't see the link, but the link has already been posted. Okay, it's actually there. Yeah, it's actually at the top. But if you can't find it, it's okay. Just type it out, and yeah, feel free to join anytime you can. But however, keep in mind that I have a new law in place for those who want to join the live stream. Please, at the very least, show your face before I allow you onto the live stream. To me, at the very least, okay. You don't have to switch on the camera when you're on live, but in the back chat before I bring you on, you will need to show your camera. Otherwise, I'm not going to allow you on. I'm sorry, because some people seem to think that it's a bright idea to show off their dick onto the live stream. Yeah, and that has happened to me. Oh, Christ Lover 400. Okay, I'm not sure who's that, but yeah. I haven't. I did. I hope you're not going to show your dick to me. I saw two fingers, but okay. I hope that's fine. I hope you are an honest and sincere person and not a troll. All right. So yeah, I'm going to bring you on anyway. Hopefully you're not going to do anything nasty to me. I hope. I'm really going to trust you on this. Yeah. So hello.
Hello,
Hi there.
how are
Yeah.
you?
Hi there. Yeah. Yeah. I'm good.
I
I'm
had a
good. So
question.
where you're from?
I'm
Sure. Sure.
from.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my
Where you
question
from?
was: is it true that the police found like porn on your laptop and stuff at home?
Sorry. What do you say?
Is it true that you got arrested for having like illegal porn?
I'm not going to answer the stupid question. So no. Bye bye. Get lost. Okay. So I think this is a dumb throw. Okay. I think some people seem to think that bring up my unfortunate case from 4 years ago is a smart idea or smart thing to do. But that was 4 years ago. I've moved past it, and the case has been closed for over 4 years. But I think they think that it's funny to bring it up again. Yeah. So fuck off, man. Okay. Yeah. I'm not as foul mouthed as Sam Shimon, but I'm willing to go that far if you need to be taught that lesson. Okay. So yeah, some funny troll who thinks that it's funny for him to ask about this sort of things. Okay, I'm not going to tolerate this. All right. So that the explanation on that issue has already been posted on my community page. You can actually go to my community post, which talks about it in brief. I do not want to talk about it again because basically today is the anniversary. Well, not today, several days ago, or this month, in fact, is the anniversary of my unfortunate incident. All right, that happened to me 4 years ago. All right, so I'm not going to talk about it again. Right? Okay, I can see Mike Malzan. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. If you don't want to switch your camera on when I bring you on streams, up to you. All right, but I'm going to bring you on. Okay. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. Was that
Yeah. So
Mohammed
where?
from Covington
So where?
FF?
where
Huh?
yes, that's right. I was on Cough FF channel this morning my time. Sorry, around 12 a.m. my time. So yeah. So I was talking or I was debating with this Christian on that channel. Yeah, on the topic of
Matthew
original, on the
something,
topic
right?
of sin. Yes,
Right,
Matthew. Yeah,
right.
that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Matthew.
So where you're from?
I'm
So
from
Mike, where are
Florida.
you from?
Florida.
Sorry, Florida. Did I hear Florida?
Florida. Yep. Tampa Bay, the
Ah,
land of flowers.
oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. It's good to know to
I'm
get
in the
someone from the
Florida room
states.
right
Yeah, I
now.
hope.
We got Florida stuff
Ah,
everywhere. Tommy Warfel and
you
David
have you have
Warfel. And
you have a very nice room, sir.
this is my
Yeah.
brother's house. I'm just hanging out here. I'm helping him close his business down. He's going bankrupt. He's going under, but he'll be all
Oh,
right.
I'm sorry to hear that. No, what's the business that he was in? Yeah.
He imported lighting fixtures.
Oh,
So
okay.
if
So
there's
what
anybody
what
out there in
happened?
America
If
who
you don't
needs a
mind.
chandelier, let me know.
Oh, okay. I wish I had the money to buy at least some of the stuff, but I'm currently a bit broke at the moment, so it's not the right time for me to get anything. But anyways, yeah,
Right.
you are here for a reason, I presume, and yeah, perhaps you have a question. Go ahead.
I don't know what are we talking about? Are we allowed to just wing it, or is there some rules?
Basically, you need to be polite, and hopefully you don't share your any dick photos.
I
If you
no, there'll be no dick pics from. I'm a
yeah.
grower, not a shower. So
What about incident of someone who thought it was funny to my live stream. I don't want that to happen. So if you ask anything, maybe your opinion going on right now, whatever it is, or what's happening, just feel free to talk about it, have a discussion with me on that. It's up to you.
Okay, I'm not sure. You broke up quite a bit on me. I'm not sure if that's everybody or if that's on my end. Uh, but
It could be
anyways,
my end. Yeah, it could be my end. I'm not sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
I don't. Do you speak and read Arabic? I'm not sure. Did you hear me? Do you speak and read Arabic?
Oh, hello again. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Mike, if you want to come on, please do. Sorry, I had an internet issue that suddenly caused my internet to drop. I've switched to mobile. Sorry about that. Sorry, guys. It's a technical issue. My apologies, Mike. If you wish to come on, yeah, please do. All right. Yeah. So let me see now. Yeah, I think my his internet dropped. Yeah, it did. It did. Yeah, unfortunately it did. But if you want to come on, please do. You have the link and feel free to join. All right. Oh, brother Sydney Football is here. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah, brother. Hope to see you. MashaAllah. If you want to come on, feel free to do so. By the way, brother Sydney Football TV is my number one fan. I'm going to announce this to the world. He came to all the way, to Malaysia from Australia, and he met up with me, and we had a swell time together. Although it was quite brief, unfortunately, because I had work to do. But yeah, we did meet, and yeah, we had a good time at the very least during that time. So I gave him some swag, and yeah, so yeah, maybe brother Sydney Football, if you want to come on and share your experiences, feel free to do so. And yeah, yeah, sorry about earlier. I don't know what happened. It just dropped, and I've decided to switch it to mobile. However, I'm going to hang on a moment. I'm going to go. Okay. Apparently my phone is connected to to a power source, so it's fine. Yeah. So right now I'm connected to my phone's data plan. I hope that doesn't cause my internet to lag or drop again. So Mike, please feel free to come up again. Really sorry about what happened earlier. My internet has been a bit fuzzy for the past few days. I really don't know what's going on. Okay, fortunately it was fine during last night's live streaming with Cough FF. Yeah, I think I must have been lucky or something. But right now it's dropping again if I were to use my usual internet connection. So I've decided to switch it to my uh, my mobile, right? So yeah. Yeah. What did Brother Sydney says? Brother, you need commune awareness. I'm not at commune living, so I can't use their internet, can I? Uh they are like 2 or 3 kilometers away from me, brother. Okay, so yeah, I mean it happens. Okay, internet, shit happens, and the internet is it's quite bad. Is Jordan M going live? I don't know. I mean, he sometimes he comes on and sometimes he doesn't. It's very difficult to say. Yeah. So yeah, if anyone wants to come on to the live stream, feel free to do so. All right. So really sorry about what happened just now, Mike. Wasn't anyone's fault. Maybe it was mine. It was at my end because my internet suddenly dropped. Okay, so weird, but yeah. Fortunately, I'm back again. At least I hope I am for the next at least 1 hour. All right. Okay. So change your service provider. Well, we only have one service provider, brother. That's something you need to know about Malaysia. We only have one major service provider. Any other service providers would be basically affiliates of this main service provider. All right. Okay. Are you going to do a debate review of your debate versus Apus? I may or may not do this. I'm not really sure yet, but I think brother Islamic calling is is pestering me to do it. So yeah, I might be doing it. Okay, I don't know when that would be, but hopefully soon, inshallah. Right. I need to I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to edit the debate, the debate video that I had against Epussy and Dog Logic, and I'm going to upload that videos to my channel first before I do any review of it. Okay. In retrospect, I don't think I did badly. It's just that perhaps I think my debate partner was a bit too sophistic. I don't blame him, but he's probably thinking that he could sway a pussy and dog logic with kindness and openness. But unfortunately, these two dogs, these two clowns, these two carrier Islamophobes, they are not interested in reciprocating. Okay, I think that's actually the main issue. That was why it looked as though things didn't go our way. But when I reviewed the debate again, I don't think I did too badly. Okay, and I did try to answer most of the things that was raised. However, because I think Apusi and Dot Logic were trying to pit us against each other, so that kind of that too much time was spent on trying to rectify that. So yeah, so uh that's how it is how it is. All right. So okay, truth. I just went to dots connected to Islam and I can see their link, but I cannot see the link here. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I really don't understand why you can't see my StreamYard link. Okay, I'm gonna share it again. Hopefully you can get on, but if you can't, then I don't know. It is what it is. Hopefully, perhaps in the future you can join. But yeah, this is the link. I really hope that you can join today. All right. As long as you don't show off your dick photos or your dick video, then I'm totally happy to bring you on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to repeat this many times over because I really detest people who think that it is funny to show off their genitals to the world. Okay, I really don't want that to happen again. Okay, yeah. I really hate it when people try to do that. Okay. Yeah, fortunately I managed remove to remove that particular section from my live stream. Okay. Yes, please. Yeah, I just did share the link onto the screen here, and I'm going to share the link again. So please take note of the link and type it out. All right. You probably would need to type it out. Yeah, so if there's anyone who would like to come onto the stream, please do so. Okay, Mike, I hope you're still there. Yeah, I really want to continue the conversation I had with you earlier. So you seem like a good gentleman. So I really wish, I'm really hopeful that you come back. So really sorry about the internet dropping just now. Okay, I think shit happens, right? So brother Sydney Football TV says, brother, please don't give a pussy any attention anymore. He has been destroyed by every Muslim on YouTube. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't want to give him any attention. It's just that he was bad against me with dog logic. Okay, my focus was actually on dog logic, and my intention is actually to to answer dog logic. Okay. He asked if you speak and read Arabic. That was his first question. Which question was that? I don't recall. Who asked me that question? Uh, well, the answer is simple. I can read Arabic, but I don't speak Arabic unless if it's Kaifa Haluk, Kaifa Haluk, or it's what? No, no. How do I say good morning? Sabaun khair. Yeah, Sabaun khair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sabaun khair. Yeah. So that's also my yeah. Oh, Mike asked me if I could speak Arabic. Well, the answer is no. I don't speak Arabic. I just can read Quranic Arabic. All right. I can read Arabic without the tashkil, I think, to a certain extent, but most of the time I need the tashkil. The tashkil are the diacritical marks that come with the Arabic script. Okay. Okay. Excuse me a moment. I need to recover from my cough. Yeah. Yeah, I'm coughing. Maybe because I've been speaking for the past 48 minutes. It's 49 minutes now. Yeah, the live stream has been going on for about 49 minutes, and we have about 11 people, 11 viewers at the very least, watching this live stream. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me see now. Okay, if anyone wants to come on, please do. Okay, please. I'll be most honored if you do so. Really sorry about the technical issue that happened earlier. Wasn't anyone's fault but my own. Okay. Not really sure what happened because last night everything was smooth. Okay. I think it just had to happen. Oh, by the way, I have about 14 viewers watching this live stream now. Wow. Okay, but nobody's coming on and asking questions. I don't know why is that. I mean, this is supposed to be a live and Q&A session, people. Come on, chat. Please come and join, man. I mean, I've already shared the link. What more do you need from me? Right. So yeah. Please do come on. I'm still waiting. Still waiting. Why don't you do collabs with Ramsey? Well, I can't do collabs with someone who doesn't want to do collabs with me, brother. So okay, it's not that I don't want to do collabs with him, right? Yeah. He did collabs with Ramsey a couple of years ago. No, actually I did not. I've never done any collab with him. I just joined his channel and I just share my thoughts and that's it. That wasn't a collab. Okay. That wasn't really what I would call a collab. That's more like a guest invite. Okay, but it wasn't a collab. Yeah, I've never done any consistent collab with Ramsey. Okay. I think I met you, brother Omar, on Ramsey's channel, right? I don't remember. I don't remember if I met you there or did you come to my channel and meet me here? I don't remember. It's one or the other, right? But yeah, just ask him. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Nah, I think he wouldn't want me to. He's too famous now. Okay. I have his number, by the way. I have his WhatsApp number. All right. But he puts me on ignore. So he blue ticks me all the time. So I don't think it's I don't think he's going to do it. All right. So the only person who's willing to collab with me is Brother Islamic Calling. And I appreciate his Brother Islamic Calling's collab. Okay. But other than that, nobody else wants to collab with me. Perhaps because I have only about 5K subs. Nobody cares about a 5K subs guy. Okay, so yeah, I'm not in the big leagues yet. Okay, hopefully I will be, but I don't know when that will be. Right. So if, what I would consider to be in the big leagues would be about 100K subs. Yeah, that would be in the big leagues. Yeah, yeah. By the way, Mike, if you want to come on, please feel free to do so. The link is at the top, and yeah, you can come on anytime. I've corrected my internet issues. I hope. Yeah, please do come on. Yeah, sorry about what happened earlier. Yeah, my deepest apologies, sir. I did not expect that to happen, but it did. Right. Okay, let me see now. Ramsey collabs with dots connected to Islam all the time. They have barely 2K subs. Well, I think the situation then was different. Yeah. Yeah. I think the situation is different there. Yeah. Inshallah, you can work your way up to collabing with Ali Dawa or even Daud Kim. Well, if let's say if I do have 100K subs, I probably would venture somewhere else. Yeah, I don't think I need to collab with these people because they are superstars. Who am I, man? I'm just a regular guy from Malaysia who happens to have some ilm, some knowledge in apologetics. Although I've been doing this for over 20 years, but I don't do this for fame. I don't do this for glory. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for any sort of remuneration or reward except from lillahi ta'ala. Okay. So yeah, it's basically for me, this is not my it's my passion, but it's not my profession. Yeah, I have a different profession that I'm pursuing, right? I mean, I would love to do apologetics full time, but at the moment it's not possible. Okay, I mean, I'm not a psychopath who once beat his daddy with a hammer and gets all sorts of donations for his anti-Islamic work, or even like the other names that I've mentioned earlier, the two yahoos that I debated last week as well. Yeah, I don't uh you know uh gain money from this. What money do I gain from doing live streams, man? I don't earn a single cent, okay, from doing live streams. Okay. I mean, if you want to talk about Google AdSense, yes, it's activated. I have the YouTube partnership program here activated on the channel, but it's like $5 a year in total. So it's not even enough to cover my weekly expense. Okay, so yeah, let's forget about that, man. To turn this into a full-time career, nah, it's not possible at this time, even if I want to. Yeah, so yeah, I think Mike, if you want to join the stream, please we do rejoin. Yeah, I've corrected my internet issues anyway. Yeah, so yeah, okay. Yeah, like brother Sydney football says, also might rejoin the stream. Yeah, I'm still waiting for you, Mike, to come on. Yeah, sorry about what happened earlier. Wasn't anyone's fault, like I said. Yeah, really, really sorry about that though. Okay, so yeah, I'm still waiting for someone to come on. Okay, it doesn't have to be Mike, it can be anyone. Yeah, as long as it's not some joker who wants to show off his dick. Sorry, I had to repeat that. I just hate it when people try to show off their genitals. Okay, Mike is on. Okay, so I'm going to bring you on, Mike. Is that you, Mike? Can you share your camera or something? All right, I see you. All right, okay. Hi there again. Sorry about what happened earlier. Yeah,
No worries.
yeah,
Tech,
yeah. Sorry about that. I mean,
technology
it's
is
just
great right up until
yeah,
it doesn't work. I remember I was in a Taco Bell one time and the
yeah. I
computer
mean, when
went down and they act like we couldn't take orders. Like we can't write things down on paper anymore. It's like,
yeah,
I want
exactly.
this.
If it happens, yeah, 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 just in case it happens again, don't leave the stream. All right, I'll try to reconnect again, just in case it happens again. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
No
hopefully it
problem.
doesn't happen again. Yeah, yeah. So,
I
anyways,
was
yeah.
just
So
looking to
what
watch.
were you asking earlier? So before we got cut off? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
Oh, I
go
was
ahead.
asking, was there a topic
Can you
or
hear me?
are we just, yeah, I can hear you. What is there
No, that
a topic you want to stay
no,
within?
there's no particular topic. I mean, this is a live Q&A session, but if you have anything to comment on what's currently going on in the Middle East, or you have something you want to talk about, like, I don't know, maybe US politics. I think that's a touchy subject, but in any case, if you have something to share, some sort of wisdom you like to share, or whatever it is you want to ask me as a Muslim in Malaysia, yeah, by all means, go ahead. Yeah,
Oh, all right. You're in Malaysia.
yeah.
That's interesting. So, uh, are you
Yes,
familiar
yes, I'm a
with
Malaysian, sir. Yeah.
okay? Are you familiar with the Ahok case in Indonesia? The governor of Jakarta.
Uh,
He's a
um, s-
Chinese Christian who was imprisoned
could
for
could you?
blasphemy.
Oh, that guy. Oh, Ahok. I think you're
Ahok.
referring to Ahok.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Indonesia is yeah, Ahok. That's his nickname. I think his full name is let
Yeah.
me Google his full name. Hang on.
They
That's
have
just his
usually
nickname.
3 very long names, and they always have nicknames. I think.
Yeah, his full name is actually his full name is Basuki Jaha Purnama. So that's his real name. So people just call him Ahok. Yeah, it's Ahok for short in
Right.
Jakarta, in Indonesia.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Joko Widodo, I think, was the governor of Jakarta, and he became the prime minister.
Joko, yeah, president, yeah, Joko Widodo, yeah. So I don't claim to know much about Indonesian politics because Indonesia is a different country, but I am a bit familiar what went on there.
Sure.
So yeah,
No.
Joko, I think you're referring to Joko Widodo, the outgoing president of Indonesia. He has been the Indonesian president for the past 2 terms. So he will be replaced by a new guy by the name of Prabowo in, I think it would be in October or November. I don't remember, but he will be gone by October because his term has ended, and
Sure.
there was an Indonesian presidential election in I think it was in July or earlier. I don't remember, and Prabowo won. So this new guy Prabowo will replace Joko Widodo or Jokowi, his nickname. Yeah, I don't know
Right.
I don't know why Indonesians are infatuated with nicknames because we don't have that kind of infatuation here in Malaysia. But yeah, but
Well,
Indonesians are known for that. Yeah.
I think it's because normally they have 3 very long names, so they all get nicknames. But I was
Yeah,
going back.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But I was going back to uh, not the current election, but when the former prime minister or president became the president, the Ahok guy, however you say his nickname,
Yeah.
Ahok,
I hope.
moved
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
to governor of Jakarta, right? And then
Yes,
a couple
that's
of
right.
years later, he had to run to be elected, and everybody
Yes.
said, he was very popular. Everybody loved him,
Yes.
but he was
Yeah.
running. He was a Christian Chinese, but he was running against 2 Muslim guys, and one of the Muslim guys
Yes.
quoted 551 from the Quran: "Take not the Christians and the Jews for your allies; they are but allies to one another." And said,
Yeah.
"Those of you verily become them, and Allah does not guide such evildoers." So the Muslim guy running against him said, "You Muslims, obviously Indonesia's Muslim majority, especially outside of Bali,
Yeah.
you can't vote for this guy. He's not a Muslim." And Ahok fired
Yeah.
back and said, "Wait, you're misquoting the Quran. That's not what it means." And then
Mm.
200,000 Muslims took to the streets, and then they charged him with blasphemy, and then they threw him in jail. And
Yeah.
obviously, he wasn't
Yeah.
elected
Threw in
governor.
prison for that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was
Yeah.
wondering what you
So
thought of that whole rigmarole.
yeah, I think it was a situation which I hope unfortunately got caught up in. He shouldn't have he shouldn't have played the game of religion because even in Indonesia, even in Malaysia, playing doing such things is definitely going to get you in trouble. I think in Malaysia, the non-Muslim politicians here are smart enough to steer away from that sort of thing. However, in Indonesia, things are a bit different because they are a bit more secular than us in Malaysia. So maybe Ahok thought that he could get away with explaining that his opponent quoted the Quran wrongly for whatever reason, but he got caught up in the polemics, and yeah, and then people misunderstood his intentions. I don't know for sure what Ahok actually said, so I'm not going to judge him, or I'm not going to make any comment on that. But whatever Ahok did, it inflamed the Indonesians, those who opposed him, and yeah, they went to the streets, and yeah, so the and also the authorities do not want that to escalate, so they had to find someone to punish. So unfortunately, Ahok became the scapegoat. Yeah. So I think that
Yeah,
was what happened, and
right.
yeah, and of course his political opponents took advantage of that as well because he was, as you said, he was super popular, and he could have won the elections had he not done that. Yeah. From what
Yeah,
I
so
understand, at least. Yeah. But
he
like I
should have
said,
just never
yeah,
said You should have never said anything about the Quran. What I read, like even when I think his case went all the way to the Supreme Court, and one of the
Not in
judges,
not in terms of, yeah, not in terms of politics, not in terms of using it as politics or as a political tool. Yeah, not in that sense. Yeah.
okay. So in a broader term, are you in favor of blasphemy laws?
I would say yes if it involves insulting the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Yeah, and also involves disparaging or desecrating the Quran. Then yes, I am in favor of such laws. Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm aware that such laws can be abused and misused. So of course there has to be a mechanism, and there has to be some sort of order or some sort of SOP to determine whether someone has blasphemed or whether someone has committed desecration. I mean, if someone were to go to the streets and burn copies of the Quran, that's obviously a desecration, right? But if someone were to make a commentary on the Quran, it doesn't mean that he or she was trying to desecrate or trying to blaspheme the Quran. So it's a case by case basis. Okay, so yeah.
Okay. So your SOP, your standard operating procedure, would be extremely detailed. I take it, because
Yes,
isn't that
exactly,
like the problem?
exactly. I
Like
mean, yeah,
who's offended, right? I used the word the
yeah,
other day.
exactly. And the nature of the offense, and how exactly how exactly it is offensive, right? Like for example, if someone were to draw pictures of some man, and they claim it to be the prophet, and they probably draw obscene things or something like this, then obviously the intention is to offend and to defame, and then yes, then obviously the blasphemy laws will apply. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So like we had a case here in America, in Minnesota, where we have a large Somali population. A professor of art history showed like a 10th century painting of Mohammed, right? Painted by Muslims, I would assume. In her class, she
I
literally
think
handed out
okay. All right. All
she
right.
handed out flyers, or her sibylist said, "We will be showing this picture on this day. If you're offended, don't show up or whatever." And a Somali girl saw it, got upset. They had press conferences. CARE, which is the Council of American Islamic Relations, flew. People came. They got this woman fired. It was Hamlin University, because she showed a painting of Mohammed, and so
I think it must have been an ancient art or something from the Persian era. Yeah, we is it in Sunni
yeah,
Islam?
the Persians have
We're not.
tons of
Yeah,
drawings of. I
yeah,
own
yeah.
13th century illuminated manuscripts from the
I
book
see.
the Book of Kings or something, where I'm pretty
Okay,
sure it's showing
okay.
the Battle of Uhud.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Wow, wow.
But
Okay, do
yeah,
you
there's
do
all
you do
sorts.
you have do you have it with you now? Can you show it to us?
I do not. I do not.
Oh, oh,
It's
okay.
it's it's under glass, and actually the glass got broken, but I bought them
Oh,
at an auction for like $100, and it was
oh, okay.
actually really funny because the Sotheby's, a guy
Mm,
who judges illuminated manuscripts, actually lives in St. Pete, and I went to his house, and he's like, "Yeah, they're pretty much worthless because the guy who framed them glued them to the glass." And he's like, "You got to send these to London for anybody to buy them, and the way they're
I
done,
see.
they're
Okay.
they're worthless." So I lost about $150, but no big deal.
Oh,
They're quite
oh,
nice. It's weird. The horses
oh,
have like
okay.
really little skinny legs, and
Yeah, I
but
think that's
anyway,
Persian art. Yeah, must be. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's very Persian. And like I said, it's from he told me it's from the Book of Kings. I guess back in the days when they had all these big books where not monks, but like what the Catholics would call monks, would draw them and do all this. Some guy would spend a year, making this one book. Uh, People bought them, and then
Yeah.
they chopped them up and took every page out of them and sold the pages for $10-20 a pop, or whatever.
Mm.
Um, but
Yeah,
anyways,
I
yeah,
think
there's
I
all
think
sorts
yeah,
of
I
drawings.
think this is
We
yeah.
actually in America we have it's not a statue. It's a frieze, you know, like a relief along our Supreme Court building, showing ancient lawgivers, and one of them is Muhammad. And in 1994, when CARE was formed, they demanded that it be removed. And
so something like this. So something like this, right?
yeah, it looks
Something like
just
this
like
on the
that.
screen
Yeah,
right
they
now.
got the frames going and
Yes,
stuff.
yeah. This is medieval. Yeah, Persian. It's Persian. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
sometimes they show Muhammad without, you know, his beard or eyes or nose, just kind of like
Okay.
a blank face, you know.
Yeah. I'm familiar with that sort of painting. Yes, I mean I don't collect them myself, and I don't encourage it. But I personally I don't really have an issue with such paintings if you regard them as, you know, historical artifacts. However, if you want to do that in the contemporary age, then I would frown upon it. Yeah, I wouldn't not just to say encourage, I would even forbid anyone from even depicting an image of the prophet today in contemporary times. Yeah.
So are you against any drawings? I mean, there's the hadiths that say, you know, the person who draws something has to bring it to life. I think Aisha gave Muhammad a pillow with a deer embroidered on it or something. He got angry and he tore it up.
I am in the contemporary age. Yes, yes, I would discourage anyone, or I would forbid anyone from depicting an prophet. However, if it's, you know, images from painting that I just shared, I don't have a problem with that, because that happened a long time ago, right? So I just consider it to be a historical artifact and nothing more. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you broke up through most of that.
Yeah.
But so
can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now. But while we're talking about blasphemy, what did you think of, like,
I just said, yeah. Do you hear what I said? Yeah.
No, I did not hear your rebuttal, your reply.
I mean, yeah, as I was saying, I don't mind if it's regarded as a historical artifact, at least for those. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, if it's like a historical artifact, that the one that you just saw, which I just shared, then I'm totally okay with that. If I regard it as a historical artifact. However, if it's contemporary times, if a modern
Okay, so if somebody remade the movie The Messenger, but actually put Muhammad in it, you would have an issue with that?
Oh, hello. Is anyone here?
Yeah, you're breaking up on me. I'm not sure if that's everybody, if that's on my end or your end.
Wouldn't want any the prophet. The third person could be. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello.
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm having some. Yeah, I think my internet is breaking up on me. I've again very connected. So yeah, I think, can you hear me again?
Well, I could hear you saying I'm breaking up, and I could hear you saying, "Can you hear me
Hello?
again?"
Something is. Yeah, I'm a lot. Yeah, I think people are complaining in the chat that my internet's really bad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Am I picking up again?
Can you hear me now?
Hello?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hello. I hope I'm not breaking. Um. Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now when you say I can hear you now,
Yep,
but keep
clear.
speaking.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
How about me?
No,
Okay, it's very weird. Okay. Okay, right. So going to leave the chat and come back again and reconnect. All right. So give me some time. Just don't leave the chat. I'll reconnect.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't leave the studio. All right. Right. So I think it's my internet again. I'm going to have to reboot my internet or something like this. All right. Give me a moment. Okay.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Reboot the router.
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I think I switched to a different internet now. But if it happens again, I'm going to do the same thing. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Hopefully I don't break up again. So actually we have two people in the back chat, but yeah, let's talk a while before I bring them on. All right. Yeah. So where did I stop? Where did
well,
you hear me? What was the last thing you heard me saying? Yeah, about
I was asking you
Go
about
ahead.
blasphemy laws, and you said yes. Of course, you're in favor of them. You can't, say things disparaging to Islam or Muhammad. And I was kind of saying, well, where do you draw that line? That's my issue. I'm an American, so we have the First Amendment. We protect freedom of speech. We don't have hate speech laws here. We find it problematic when someone says, I can stop you from saying something because I don't like it. I don't,
Yep.
You're causing disruption. Obviously, I'm not a freedom of speech absolutist. You can't incite violence. You can't yell fire in a crowded theater. There's all sorts of things that are obvious that aren't allowed. You can't libel people. But when you start getting into saying you can't say something against my God or my prophet, it gets so murky. Like for instance, Muslims on all these Dawah channels would say, Jesus isn't God. What if the Christians say, well, that's blasphemy. We get to kill you over that. Is there anybody out there?
Hi again. Sorry, my internet is really FUCKED. Hi, Mike. Are you
Hey,
there?
so yeah,
Can
I'm
you hear
here.
me?
So I
I'm
can
really
hear you.
sorry about this, man. I really don't understand what's going on with my internet.
Hey, these things are out of your control. Every now and
Yeah,
then, I used to design data centers, so every now and then things go
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. I think,
It's
yeah, I think I'm gonna have to end the stream early, but I'm going to answer your question, all right? I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, this is totally bad, man, and this is super bad for me. But I'm going to answer just one last question before I end the stream. Maybe one or two people before I do that, but I'm going to make this a bit quick. All right. So yeah, what was your question? You were talking about the First
no, that's all right. Bring somebody. There's a couple of people
Amendment.
backstage. Bring them
CKED.
on and
Yeah.
answer their
All right.
question. I'm
Okay,
gonna
I'll bring them on. Okay. Sure.
okay.
Yeah. So maybe if I time out or something, you can have a conversation with them instead. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Hi there. Answer. Bada Etasham. Assalamualaikum. Yeah, my internet is really fucked. So you might need to take over as the host before while I try to troubleshoot
Hi there.
this. Okay.
How you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good, but my internet is fucked. I have no idea why. It's really bad. Last night was super fine, I had no issues with my internet whatsoever. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, Jay, you
Yeah,
can't
maybe.
talk to your girlfriends and have a live stream at the same time. You got to do one or the other.
But I don't have a girlfriend, I have a wife. Yeah. 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 So yeah, yeah, maybe you would like to take over from me and address Mike's concerns, because my internet is FUCKED today. So if, let's say, if I do timeout, then perhaps you could, you know, answer Mike and address any of his issues whatsoever. Yeah, any explain anything. Yeah. If I suddenly disappear, that is, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So answering
Yeah.
Christians, I was just asking about blasphemy laws within Islam. What are the boundaries of them? The Muslim apologist said he was from Malaysia, so I went to Indonesia. Obviously, not the
Uh
same country, but down in the
Sini
ring of
football,
fire there.
yeah. Sini football told me not to swear, yeah, but I can't help it. You have to maintain. Yeah, but I like swearing, don't you? Okay, anyway, continue, guys. Okay, yeah.
So I was just wondering about.
Yeah. I mean, blasphemy laws are kind of. Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
You froze up.
Can you hear me? Me?
Me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, loud and clear. Yeah, yeah. I can. I can actually hear both of you. Yeah.
Yeah. Blasphemy laws are they're. Oh, okay. Blasphemy laws are kind of. They are a. I don't know. They're like a taboo subject because blasphemy laws are. I think they're kind of like overdone, and they kind of overlap with freedom of speech. Like sometimes people just want to criticize Islam. I mean, they can do that. I mean, sometimes people just take it too far. Muslims just take it too far. So I think, if Muslims can criticize Christianity and then Christians can criticize Islam, I don't see any problem with that. But sometimes it just goes too far, in my opinion.
Right, but who gets to decide what's too far? Right, like I mean,
Well,
obviously that.
I don't know. I've seen some really offensive things against Islam in the last like 10 years.
Right, sure. I mean, Charlie Hebdo's drawings were very offensive. The the Dutch cartoons, a lot of people would say were very offensive. You know, Muhammad having a bomb in his turban. But here in America, I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember the piss Christ.
No, I've seen more offensive. Yeah, I've seen more offensive stuff. I live in America. I live in America, so I've seen more offensive stuff, you know.
Right. So, I mean, don't you agree with the statement, like, you know, offense cannot be given, it can only be taken. You know, so if someone does something you find offensive, okay, that doesn't mean you get to kill them over it, right? I mean,
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think that's too extreme. I think Muslims take things way too extreme sometimes. So I'm not defending Muslims. I agree with you. Like
okay.
sometimes Muslims get too emotional and they cause too much chaos out there. So I agree with you that sometimes people just need to tone it down. But we do have freedom of speech in America. I can say whatever I want. If I could talk against Trump, nothing's going to happen to me, right? I mean, I think Trump isn't a good person, but I can say it. I can say whatever I want about him, and you know, it's not. You know, I'm not gonna like, you know, be killed or be put in jail or whatever. So I think Muslims need that too. They need to understand that people can criticize their religion. That's okay, and not just get too emotional about it. So that's just my 2 cents here.
Okay, yeah. It sounds like, no offense, but you've been too Americanized. I think most Muslims would say no. You're not allowed to say what you want about Muhammad.
Yeah, that's.
You find it offensive.
But
I think that would be, yeah, that would be the American position. I do respect that. It's not that I'm opposed to it. However, if you want to do that in Malaysia, it's I think that's a different story altogether, because we have certain sensibilities, cultural and religious sensibilities, and you know, racial considerations. So I would say that I would say this, okay, freedom of speech is not it's not absolute speech. It's not absolute right to free speech. Okay, so you know, there are things that you can say and there are things you can't say, right? Even in Europe, for example, you can't say things praising Hitler, for example. I mean, wouldn't that be against my freedom of speech if I were to praise Hitler? But if I were to do that in Europe, I would be jailed, right? So
Yeah.
so
I mean,
so
Jim, your internet,
yeah,
your internet's
yeah,
like really bad. It's like
yeah.
That's funny because he actually came through clear
So
to me on that one. But yeah, the Muslim apologist, no one claims, at least in America, no one
yeah.
claims Europe has freedom of speech. We all know Europe does not have freedom of speech, nor does Canada.
I mean, Jay, your internet's not really good, man.
Okay, I think I think what I'm going to do is I'm going
Yeah,
to leave
your
the
internet's
studio for a while. Yeah, I'm going to leave the studio for a while, and I'll come back with a new internet, a real rebooted internet. But in the meantime, you guys talk first, all right? I won't be ending the chat. I won't be ending the live stream. All right? Is that okay?
yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so because I need to resolve my technical issues here, and I think I need to reboot the whole thing. Yeah, my whole system. All right? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'll be back. All right. Yeah, you guys
Okay.
have a chat first before I come back. All right. Okay. Okay. I'll see you shortly. All right. Yeah. Sorry about my internet. I really don't know what's going on here.
No, it's okay. We know it's the PlayStation 5, man. We know it's the PlayStation 5.
So answering Christian 1, what is it you answer the Christians with? You like challenge the Trinity?
Yeah, I go after people. Yeah, I go after people like David Wood. Yeah, I refute a lot of his nonsense. You know, I make fun of James White almost every other video. I make fun of those Christian apologists and I answer them.
Yeah, David Wood seems like an idiot. I don't know who James White is, but
Sorry, what?
maybe it's my internet that's causing all this trouble. I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not 100% sure what's. Well, that's technology. I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Right. No, I was saying I think David Wood's an idiot. I watched a few of his old things, and I don't know who James White is, but it's to me as an atheist, it's interesting and fun to watch the Muslims and the Christians battle it out, and you throw the Jews in there every now and then. But anyway.
Well, you're saying David Wood's an idiot? What?
Yes, I think David Wood's an idiot.
Yeah, he's a big attention seeker. He'll do anything for attention. That's my gist of it. That's what I think of him.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about that. And yeah, and I don't even think he knows Christianity that well. And apparently, he tried to bludgeon his father to death with a hammer and spent some time in jail. And
so he's not
all sorts of issues going on.
He's not the poster boy for sanity. He's not the poster boy.
No, definitely not. I wouldn't be surprised if he transitions to a female here at some point.
Yeah, James White's a freak too. I don't have a high opinion of him too either.
Who is he? Is he considered like a pastor, a scholar? I've never heard of him.
He's like a wannabe. He's like a wannabe scholar, but he's pretty stupid too. I've had problems with him as well. So he's kind of an idiot too.
Okay.
He's some Christian fundamentalist who he's like a debater, but he's not that he's not a scholar. He's not in the same league as Bart Ehrman. He's just an apologist, but he's one of the most annoying people I've ever encountered. He's like really stupid. I mean, he's not David Wood's psycho, but he's stupid in a different way.
Right. So, what do you follow a madhab? You're a Muslim, I take it. Are you consider yourself like a student of knowledge? You're not a scholar.
What'd you say? What? You're breaking up.
Yeah. Do you follow a particular madhab?
Yeah. I mean, I've studied Christianity and Islam for over 15 years now. You know, I've been in debates. I've been in, I've done interviews with scholars like Bart Ehrman, Dr. Richard Carrier. It's all on my channel. So yeah, I mean, I'm always learning. I'm always learning new things. I'm always learning new arguments. You know, I'm always a student of knowledge. I don't have degrees in any of this, but I'm just, it's like a passion project, you know. It's like one of my hobbies, you know.
Who are like your favorite scholars throughout history? You like Ben Taymiyyah, Al-Ghazali,
Probably Bart Ehrman, Dr. Richard Carrier. Oh, those people. Oh, you talking about Muslim scholars? Yeah, probably Ibn Kathir and
I'm talking Muslim
who's the other person? Ibn Kathir, Al-Tabari, you know, those classical Muslim scholars. I read a lot of their works. You talking about Muslim scholars? Yeah, probably here, Al-Tabari. Who else is the other guy? Al-Qurtubi, you know, those classical Muslim scholars who've written, you know, commentaries and books on the Quran, etc.
Okay. Well, I'll let you guys go. I'm getting kind of tired. I'm falling asleep here.
Yeah.
It's been
Hey, subscribe to my channel, and you know.
Answering Christians 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Will do.
Thank you.
Yep. See you.
See you. All right, so I'm the only one here. MENJ, being the MENJ teddy bear, the Malaysian teddy bear, is secretly doing some stuff that he doesn't want us to know. So his internet's going up and down because he's playing PlayStation 5, and that's interrupting this live stream. Oh crap, he's back.
Oh, yeah. Hello. What
Well,
happened?
he left, and I was making fun of you for like a minute.
Well, so did you?
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello again.
Oh
Hello.
yeah.
What happened?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
you disappeared.
Your internet just keeps breaking up and stuff.
I thought I had resolved that problem. I rebooted my whole system. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. It should be okay now. At least for now. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So what do you guys talk about? I mean, why did he leave? Yeah.
Oh, he just said he had to go. He just said he had to go.
Oh, okay.
You're
Okay.
we're talking
All
about
right.
we're talking about David Wood. How like one day he'll probably become a woman. We're making fun of that, and so him and a pussy will probably Oh, I don't want to get that. I don't want to get that far. I don't want
Yeah, I mean, did
to.
did you actually watch the debate I had with Dog Logic and a Pussy?
To be honest, I saw a
Did you
little
get
bit.
to watch that?
I saw parts of it because I've been pretty
Oh,
busy at home, so I saw part. I didn't see the whole thing. I'll be honest with you. I just saw parts of it. I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw
oh, okay.
your Metatron argument, and he brought
Yeah,
up. I remember he
yeah,
brought up the Yahweh thing at the Q&A or something.
yeah,
I think that's the
yeah.
only
He did.
parts I watched. To be honest with you, I'm being honest with you. I didn't see the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I mean, I haven't even rewatched the whole thing yet. I mean, I think I rewatched it once, but then I'm supposed to actually start cutting up and editing the video so that I can upload it onto my channel, but I haven't had the time to do it. So probably I'll do it next week, inshallah. I'm not sure whether I can do it this week because I have to go back to work now. I have to start. Tomorrow I'll be going back to office and so on. The reason I'm so free for the past few days is because I took leave on Friday, and I was working from home for most of the week because my immediate my immediate manager, she had to go on leave, so she told us, the rest of us, to work from home. So I was able to leverage on that and do some things on the side, which includes doing live streams like this. Yeah, I actually,
Oh, okay.
this week I think I have joined like 3 or 4 live streams. I think it was two
Oh,
or
nice.
three live streams, yeah, including this one. Yeah, I mean, I don't usually go on live streams at such a such a rate, for in a week. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, that's my story. Yeah, yeah,
I see.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think we have someone here, Truth. I think he wants to come on stage. Like, can I bring him on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Truth. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi there. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Can
Hi.
you hear me?
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
How
come
are you?
here. I
Yeah.
want to talk about this. Yeah. I'm good. I'm good.
You sound like a Malaysian. Are you a Malaysian?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
okay. Fellow Malaysian. Where exactly in Malaysia?
I'm from Sarawak.
Oh, Borneo guy. Right. Okay. So you are in Kuching or somewhere close?
Yeah. Yeah. Around that area. Yeah.
Okay. I thought so. Yeah. So you have anything in particular to say or to ask?
I want to talk with you. I want to talk with you guys about this. Surah 929. Is it okay?
Sorry, what surah again?
929.
Surah. Yeah. 929. Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
sure. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, because as you guys can see, because you know, I when I watch YouTube, and then or when I watch any debates when Muslims they talk about this Surah 929, um,
Yeah.
they will say that was revealed because
Yeah.
of disbeliever aggressions, whether it is the uh, either it is invasion of the Romans or the
Yes.
killing of the messenger.
Right.
But when I read the classical tafsir, Ibn Kathir, Qurtubi, and Tabari, and
Okay.
they say that this verse was revealed because of Muslims, uh, how to say that, financial problems.
Financial problems.
So,
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Oh.
so which one is actually, because I have gone through a lot of classical tafsir, and then I cannot find one or any one of them talk about. I mean, when they explaining Surah 929, I cannot see they relate the verse with the you know aggression from disbeliever. I can only find the tafsir that says this verse was revealed because of financial problems.
So do you want me to respond to that?
Yeah, can please.
Yeah, so you need to understand that Surah, the most of the chapter of Surah At-Tawbah was revealed during a time period when the Prophet was instructed to go against the Quraysh, the pagan Quraysh of Makkah. Okay, so this, in fact, if you read the first verse of the Surah, it says, this is a declaration of war against the disbelievers of Mecca. So the context of this surah is that this is a instruction or a command from God for the prophet to gather his army and to march against the disbelievers of the Quraysh in Mecca because they have violated the uh, the the uh, the treaty of Hudaybiyah. And this treaty actually tells or is agreed upon by both the pagans and the Muslims that they shall not wage war against each other, or they shall make sure to ensure the peace for at least 10 years. However, before the 10 years was up, the pagans violated the treaty. So because of their violation of the treaty, then this surah was revealed. Okay, so from verse number 1 right up until, let me see, I think it's right up until verse let me see, let me check. All right, so I think it's right up until verse 20 or 20, sorry, verse verse 29. Let me check. Verse 29, verse 30. So it's right up until verse 29 itself, all right, which talks about the same incident. Okay, so in the context of reading verse number 1 right up until verse 29, it is in the context of imploring the prophet to get ready to wage war against the disbelievers of Mecca. So it is for a specific text. It's meant for the prophet to be prepared for war against them and to subdue the enemies who have betrayed the treaty and who have gone against the Muslims. Yeah, so that is the in this context is how you should understand the verse that has been mentioned here. Yeah.
Are you saying that? Okay, so are you now saying that Surah 9 verse 29 was revealed because of the aggression from the disbeliever in Mecca? Is this your claim?
Yes, that's right. That's right. Because they have violated the
Hello.
treaty of Hudaybiyah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so do you have any? Can you show me one classical tafsir? Okay, because when 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 I claim that Surah 9 verse 29 was revealed because of Muslim financial problems, I can show you prove direct wordings from Ibn Kathir, from Tafsir Ibn Kathir, from Tafsir Tabari, and Tafsir Qurtubi. So if that is your claim that the verse was revealed due to the aggression of disbeliever in Mecca, can you show me a proof from classical scholar from Tafsir?
I mean, Jay, this guy's
Yeah,
trolling, man. This guy's trolling. Just block him. He's not. You know, he's just trolling you.
No,
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 it's
you
okay.
cannot
I'm
say
going
I'm a
to
troll
answer
because
his.
I'm not speaking logically, reasonably. How can you say I'm a troll?
You're just trolling people,
No, it's
man.
okay.
You're just trolling.
But I
No,
can show
it's
you
okay.
proof. How can you say I'm a troll? I mean, this is not right. You are
You're
doing
you're
No,
fitna.
you're
no, no, no. Calm down, guys, calm down. Okay, because he's a
I'm being
Sarawakian
calm.
and
I'm
he's
just
a
saying he's
fellow
a
Malaysian,
troll.
so
Just you're
yeah.
you're wasting your time. I mean, Jay, just block him. He's just wasting time.
No, never mind. I'll give him the
I'm
benefit of the
talking
doubt,
nicely.
and because let's give him. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I know that he may have done this, but not so far. I have not seen this on my channel. At least, he's a Malaysian, so I need to respect him at least a bit as a fellow Malaysian, at the very least. All right, you have to keep that in mind. So let me answer that. All right. So let's see what he says after this. Right? So okay, to answer your question, sir. All right. So I have Ibn Kathir here. Okay, it's the abridged version, but it's saying what I've just said. Okay, so it says here the idolaters are no longer allowed in Masjidul Haram. This is a tafsir for verse 28 to 29, right? So it says here that God commands his believers who are pure in religion and person to expel the idolaters who are filthy in the religious sense from Al Masjid Al Haram. So Al Masjid Al Haram here refers to Mecca. Okay. So after the revelation of this verse, the idolaters here refers to the pagans of the Quraysh, were no longer allowed to go near the mosque, to go near the sanctuary, the Mecca, all right, the Kaaba. This verse was revealed in the 9th year of Hijrah. The messenger of God sent Ali in the company of Abu Bakr that year to publicize to the idolaters that no mushrik will be allowed to perform Hajj after that year, nor a naked person allowed to perform tawaf around the house. And then it goes on to make tafsir, to quote the verse, and then it talks about the order to fight those who have disbelieved until they have paid the jizya and to submit to the Muslims. So this is in the context which I've just described. Yeah. So I don't see any contradiction there, right? Yeah.
Okay. I think you missed the part. Let me show you. Okay. Now you scroll to this verse. Okay. Now you are looking at Tafsir Ibn Kathir, right? Now you go to Tafsir for
Yeah, I
verse
am.
28.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, verse 28 and verse 29 is the same tafsir. It's a continuation of both. Yeah.
You are using this QuranX.com, right?
I'm using
Okay.
Quran.com, yes.
It's okay. 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 Do you see the part it talk about? And if you fear poverty,
Yeah, I can see that, but it doesn't talk about. It's not about the Muslims being poor or needing money or anything. So it's in the context of idolaters not being allowed into the haram area. Yeah. So if you look at the whole context of this tafsir, the heading is idolaters are no longer allowed into the haram sanctuary, which is what Al Masjid Al Haram means. Yeah, in Arabic.
yeah. I don't like. Great. This is the right. This is the right knowledge. Right information. Okay. So when
Yeah.
idolaters
Yeah.
were banned, were forbidden from the sacred mosque, what happened? What is the response of the people? Okay. It says the people say our markets will be closed, commerce will be disrupted, and what we earn will vanish. Do you see this?
I can't see the quote that you mentioned. It's not in this tafsir.
It is in there. It's okay. I can wait for you because this tafsir is quite short. You look again. It says the people said our markets will be closed, our commerce is disrupted, and what we earn will vanish. Take your time. Take your time.
Yeah. So yeah, I can see it, but this is the reference to this is a reference to the non-Muslims, to the disbelievers.
What is the response?
Yeah.
What?
So you can
Okay,
see here,
wait.
Abdul Razak. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Muhammad
You were
bin
saying?
Ishaq commented, right?
Yeah, Muhammad bin Ishaq
Hello.
commented, the people said our markets will be closed, our commerce disrupted, and what we earned will vanish. Yeah, I can see that.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I can see that.
this is
Yeah.
the response from the Muslims. This is the response from the Muslim, because when Allah forbid the disbeliever from a sacred mosque, and then the Muslim, when they heard about this news,
Jay, man, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time with this guy. He's not.
please
He's
don't
just
interrupt.
trolling you. He's just trolling.
Mr. Sham, please don't interrupt.
Don't. You're
Okay,
just.
never mind. I think I'll listen to you. Yeah. You were saying, yeah.
No, he's just wasting your
sorry.
time, man. He's just trolling you.
Okay. I'll take your advice, I guess. I mean, it sounds like he was. I don't know. Maybe he can join next time then. I think he's he's wasting everyone's time, or maybe he isn't, but he's probably coming at it at the wrong time. All right, so maybe next time I'll bring on. Okay, so I'm gonna bring on Brother Latif. Salam alaikum, Latif.
Walaikum assalam.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So brother, yeah. So you have any?
Oh, I saw your video on Rebecca being 3 years old. I wanted to give you an argument to strengthen. Yeah, you know how they bring up the whole camels in the water stuff to try to refute it.
Sorry, brother, I can't hear you. Your mic isn't that clear. Maybe perhaps you could adjust your mic and make sure your voice is clear,
You
because
know,
I can't hear you.
you know how they say like Rebecca was not 3 because she gave water to the camels.
Water. Okay,
He's
water to the she camels.
about
Can you clarify that?
He's talking about Rebecca. He's talking
Yeah,
about
maybe.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
Rebecca.
saying
Okay,
that.
right. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were saying?
So they're arguing from silence because they don't know how big the jars were. They don't know how old the camels were, and they don't know how long it took her to give the
Oh,
water to the
is
camels.
this the Christian? Is this about the Christian argument that because Rebecca was watering the camels, therefore Rebecca couldn't have been 3 years old?
Yeah. I'm saying that they don't know how old the camels were.
Uh,
They don't know how long it took her, and they don't know how big the jar was.
oh, okay. So my response to that would be simple. You see, if you look at the Bible, if you look at the history of the Bible, if you look at Genesis, you will find that there are many individuals who lived up to thousands of years old, 900 years old, 800 years old, 600 years old, etc. You see, so according to the Jewish sages, all right, according to the Jewish sages, you will find that yeah, what was my train of? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah. So according to the Jewish sages, you will find that they say that Rebecca was 3 years old because when Abraham came down from the mountain after receiving revelation, he was told of Rebecca. I think he was told of Rebecca's birth, and the time gap between that and Rebecca's and the marriage to Isaac was 3 years. So Rebecca should have been about 3 years old when she was married off to Isaac. So now the Christian excuse, okay, the Christian excuse in denying this evidence is that they say, oh, how would it possible for Rebecca being a 3-year-old to carry the jars and water the camels, etc. But then you can ask them, hey, look at your own Bible. It says that people were living up to 900 years old, 800 years old, 700 years old. Would that be logically possible in today's day and age? I mean, the oldest person the oldest person in Guinness in a Guinness World Book Guinness World Book sorry, the Guinness Book of World Records would be about 100 plus years old, not even 200, not even 800, definitely not 800, right? So you can ask them back. So if the Bible talks about a biological age of a person living up to 900, 800 years old, 700 years old, why wouldn't it be impossible for a 3-year-old in those times to be watering the camels? You see? Do you understand the argument?
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm saying like a better argument against
Yeah.
them is to say that they don't know how big the jars of water was that she was carrying. They have to prove it was something beyond a 3-year-old can carry.
Well, anyone can, of course, anyone can make a guess on how big the jars were. I would say it would be reasonable to say that the jars were big enough for for the water to be given to the camel. It can't be a small jar, obviously, because if it were too small, then the camels won't be able to quench their thirst, right? So it has to be quite big. I think it would be reasonable to say that is quite big. But at the same time, I would also argue that a 3-year-old back then wouldn't be of the same physical strength and maturity as someone who's 3 years old today. So I would say that a 3-year-old back then would be stronger, bigger, physically and mentally mature enough to be carrying jars and to be married off. Yeah, so that would be my argument. Yeah, based on the
Yeah, and
biblical evidence. Yeah, so I think that's a better argument than talking about the size of the jars, if you ask me. Yeah,
also they doesn't mention
yeah,
how long it took her to feed the camels water either.
yeah. Sorry.
It doesn't mention how long it took her. It could have taken her a long time to give the water to the camel. That strengthens, weakens their argument.
Yeah, we don't really have that data, right? We only have her watering the camels, and then she was married off to Isaac. So, and also based on the calculations in the Bible, we know that she was 3 years old when she was married off to Isaac. And then the Christians, they say, oh, how is it possible for a 3-year-old to be carrying water jars and to feed to water the camels and so on if she was 3 years old. So we can actually turn the tables back by using biological data from the Bible itself. It's actually there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, also, we don't know how old those camels were. They could have been baby camels, you know.
It could have been. It doesn't matter whether they are big camels or small camels to me. It's the biblical data certainly suggests that back then things were different biologically. You can't compare, thousands of years ago to what's happening now. You see, so obviously 3 years
It's
old
not.
today can't marry. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe Etasha, maybe brother Etasha, maybe you have something to
no.
say about this. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's a good argument. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, you don't?
Can you hear
Okay,
me?
maybe you can share that. Yeah.
No, can you
Yeah, I
hear
can
me?
hear you. Yeah, loud and clear.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes,
I
I
don't think
can.
it.
I can. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think it's a good argument. This 3-year-old Rebecca thing because there's no hard evidence to support it. I think the better argument against this Prophet Muhammad marrying, a 6-year-old or whatever is Numbers 31, where it says Moses allowed his men to, keep virgin girls, young girls or virgin girls. So if you want to use that argument that Prophet Muhammad's a pedophile or whatever, then you can just point to Numbers 31 because Numbers 31 allows having sex with little girls, young virgin girls. So I think that's the better argument. What do you think? Jay, do you?
I don't see a reason why we use both because the rabbis,
use
the Jewish
both.
rabbis openly admit that there are Jewish rabbis who openly admit that Rebecca was married off at 3 years old. I don't know whether you have watched this video by Rabbi Means. Have you watched it, Brother Etasham?
No, I haven't. No, no. To be
Okay,
honest with you, no.
I'm going to play that video, then you can see for yourself. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I hope my internet doesn't full bar on me. Okay, let me see.
Just
Let me
turn
see if
off
I
the
can find it.
PlayStation,
Rabbi
man.
Means. Yeah, right. Nothing. It has nothing to do with my PlayStation. Okay. Okay, it's not my PlayStation that's causing the problem here. Okay, Rebecca, hang on. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. All right, Rabbi Means. Okay, because it's
I'm just,
clearly.
I'm just messing. I'm just
mean,
messing with you.
I mean, we have rabbis here openly admitting that Rebecca was married off at 3 years old. So why can't we use this to our advantage?
No,
Okay,
it's not. It's not explicitly in the it's not explicitly mentioned in the Old Testament. So you're going to Jewish commentary. It could be right. It could be wrong. Like when you go to Numbers chapter 31, like we know what that's talking. It's talking about young girls. So I think that's the better argument because that's from the Old Testament. This is just rabbinical commentary. It could be right. It could be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that being said, I would think that a rabbi would have more knowledge about the Old Testament than Christians, would they? Right? So yeah. So
It
anyways,
would, but again, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
yeah. Never mind, it's okay. I mean, let's play this, and then maybe you can share your both of you probably can share your thoughts on it. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, play it. Yeah.
Discussing marriage is working out. We have an online question, and that is a marriage of Isaac and Rebecca. Isaac was decades older than Rebecca was. How did that work?
Well, two things. Number one, the maturity of those times are much different than now. Even Rebecca was only 3 years old when she got married. A 3-year-old then was equal to, who knows, probably a 20-year-old today. The maturity level was much higher than it is today. It wasn't like married a little girl 3 years old. That wasn't the case at all. Even physically, she went through the water for all the camels. So she was a little girl 3 years old. How could she throw a little girl? So physically, she was certainly much stronger, and spiritually, and her maturity level was much stronger than the 3-year-old today. We can't compare it. That's number one. Number two, the whole idea of marriage was a lot different than today by many people. Marriage was not just getting together, enjoying each other, and having a good times. Those times, good times means getting together, serving God, having a family that's going to be a family of Torah and abiding by the laws of the Torah. That was what the purpose of marriage was: have children, to bring them up according to Torah standards. So the whole idea of marriage is a lot different than today, and therefore, even things today seems like a mismatch because people are not on that level of greatness to make a marriage work according to spiritual standards. They had a much more spiritual level, and they were able to make marriages which might not be manageable today. They were manageable then.
Okay. Any last question in the room?
Yeah. So that was it, and yeah. So your thoughts on it? Yeah. I mean,
Hey,
it's clearly, yeah, it's clearly
send me
obvious
that? I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, so it's clearly obvious that the rabbi doesn't have any problems whatsoever with Rebecca being married off at 3 years old, and clearly he's using biblical data to affirm this, because he's saying that back then, thousands of years ago, but the biological and the maturity level, the physical level would be different from how a 3-year-old would be today. So, like I said, it's not. I don't think the argument is flawed. I think the argument is quite solid. Yeah. So yeah, you have any thoughts on it? Yeah, you were saying, sorry, before I cut you off earlier. Yeah, sorry. You were saying, Brother Etasham?
Oh, yeah. Can you send me that video? Is that possible?
Yeah, I will send it to you. Okay. Yeah. No worries. Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to point out it's not
Hey, did you delete your Facebook account by any chance?
No, I was banned from Facebook. I think I'm gonna have to re-register again. Someone complained about my post, and then I got banned permanently this time. So I'm gonna have to register a new one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna message you, and then I couldn't find you. I was like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah. I was deleted. I was removed from Facebook. Yeah. I mean, I guess Zuckerberg doesn't like me, so yeah, I got kicked out. Yeah.
Oh man, that's just crazy, man. I mean,
Yeah,
you're like
it
worse than
happens.
me. I never got banned from Facebook. I got warnings, but I never got banned.
Yeah, I got warnings, and now this is a ban. So this is a permanent.
Yeah, it
permanent
happens.
ban. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So,
I got a warning because I said some nasty comments about Jews, and they sent me a warning. They said if you do it again, you'll get banned.
Yeah, it
Because
happens.
we all
Yeah.
know
So
who runs Facebook.
yeah, of course, yeah, of course, yeah. So anyway, brother Latif, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say like I found like four other rabbis online also saying she was three.
Yeah. So do you find the answer given by the rabbi to be satisfactory, or do you feel that it's not enough, or anything
No,
else?
I
Anything
think
you want to add?
I wanted to add on. I think it's stronger that it's actually explicit her age in the Bible. There's no running away from it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so like I said, why can't we use this argument? Why can't we use both this argument as well as the verse in as well as the incident in Numbers
I mean,
31?
I
So
think
I
it's
don't see
fine.
any
I
problem.
think
Yeah.
I don't. I yeah. I personally.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I personally don't see. I personally don't use the Rebecca 3 argument because, again, if a Jewish rabbi saying it, I mean, Jewish rabbis, they say all kinds of like crazy stuff that's not found in the Old Testament. They say there's like a whole lot of like things that they say which are like it even contradicts the Old Testament. So if you read their commentaries, it talks about like crazy ass stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. You gotta, you gotta use that argument with caution. So I just used the Numbers 31 argument. I think that's a better way. And then there's another
Yeah.
argument that Mary was 12 years old when she was
Yeah.
married to Joseph, but I don't see
That
any evidence for that
yeah.
in the
That
New
is yeah.
Testament.
That's from the Catholic Encyclopedia actually, and it was quoted from the Gnostics, I think. Yeah, from the Gnostic
Yeah.
Gospels.
So again, this is just there's no hard evidence for that. There needs to be like really solid evidence before I use those arguments. I just use the Numbers 31. I think that's the best. That's the best defense we have, or that's the best counter argument we have.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wanted to
Yeah.
bring up like something good too. David and Bathsheba. Bathsheba was only like 7 or 8 years old. I saw an article.
Yes, I think I saw that argument before, but I have no conclusive evidence for that. So I would refrain from using that argument for now, at least, because I haven't come across any solid evidence for that. So far, that's just a commentary from several rabbis, I think, who say that Bathsheba must have been around 7 or 8 when she was married off, or when she married Solomon. But however, like I said, that's not. I haven't heard any conclusive evidence for that. So I have not used that argument at the moment. So I'm still researching. Yeah. So I
It's
would
also
also
in the
suggest.
Bible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
You,
not
you,
that the age is not mentioned. You see, the thing is everything is inferred. Even the age of Rebecca is inferred. But then you heard the rabbi; he has no problems accepting it because it's from the biblical. It's from calculations from using the biblical data. But for Bathsheba, it's not so clear cut. You see, so it's not. It's just the but it's not a calculation from the Bible itself. So there's a difference there between deriving the age of Rebecca and
Yeah,
getting the age
and I don't know.
of
You
Bathsheba.
have to
Yeah,
take that
yeah,
argument
you do.
with caution.
Yeah,
Proceed with caution with
exactly,
that argument.
exactly. For Rebecca, I have no problems using it because it's clear cut. Whereas for Bathsheba, I wouldn't use it yet. Yeah, I would suggest that
I saw
you'd
they
study it. Yeah,
counted the
yeah.
age.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
the
that's an
Bible says Bathsheba was a
yeah.
grown woman, so like, and she was like very beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah, I think there's an article on the internet about it. I think it was written by a brother. I think it was I don't remember the website, but I think he wrote a very detailed article on it. But however, like I said, I don't use that argument because I haven't seen any conclusive evidence even from Jewish sources itself. Whereas for Rebecca, I've seen many Jewish sources, not just this rabbi that I mentioned, but several others who also say the same thing, which is why I use this argument on Rebecca's age more confidently than other people. Yeah. Okay, because I've seen the data from other sources as well. It's not just Rabbi Mintz who shares this opinion, by the way. It's a lot of people. Yeah. So yeah, it's like
Yeah,
almost like a
I want.
consensus, by the way, on Rebecca's age. So it's only the Christians who are living in denial about this because they just say, "Oh, we don't believe in Jewish sources. Oh, we deny that the Talmud. Oh, we don't believe that." But this is not from the Talmud. This is actually derived based on calculations from the Bible itself. Yeah, you see. So there's no denying that that the Jews back then or the Jews today, even today, believe that Rebecca was 3 years old, and the data is very compelling. Yeah, and there are even books written on that. I actually have come across books which talks about Rebecca's age, yeah, being 3 years old, and why she has to be at 3 years old. Okay, so it's not an argument which is obscure. It's a very mainstream argument in Jewish theology, in Jewish history. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was
The
gonna mention
Bathsheba,
Matthew.
yeah. For the Bathsheba one, I would suggest that you don't use it yet unless you have strong and compelling evidence to do so. Yeah, I would refrain from using it. Yeah, that's my advice. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I was gonna say
yeah.
Matthew 23. You have biblical Jesus
Matthew,
condoning the Talmud.
Matthew, Matthew
Matthew
23.
23.
Which verse exactly? Which
It's
verse?
I'm not sure, but I think it's in the beginning of Matthew 23.
He says about hypocrisy. Then Jesus said to the crowds and to the disciples, the teachers of the law, and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. So you must be careful to do everything they tell you, but do not do what they do, for they do not practice what they preach. They tie up heavy, cumbersome loads and put them on other people's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to lift a finger to move them. This is talking about the rabbis and the Pharisees. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what about this verse?
Where
And
where it
anything in
says
particular?
you
Yeah.
where it says you must do everything they tell you. The Pharisees preached the oral law, so he condoned marrying 3-year-olds right here.
Yeah, so what does that have to do in anything? Yeah, this is about condemnation of the Pharisees. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but he told them to follow everything in their preaching. They preached the Mishnah, which has 3-year-old marriage.
yeah. I would say that not everything from the rabbis are to be believed, but you have to use your judgment to see which is true and which is false. Not everything they preach is false either. Yeah, so like the verse number 3 says, so you must be careful to do everything they tell you. Yeah, yeah. So Jesus is just cautioning his followers not to, or his disciples and the people to not follow blindly of what the Pharisees were teaching. Yeah, it doesn't mean that they weren't telling the truth. It was just saying that there are some things they mix. Basically, it means that they mix truth with falsehood. Yeah, and Jesus was warning the people as well as his disciples not to follow everything they say. Yeah, so yeah, that's my
When they
interpretation of
say
that section. Yeah,
the next
yeah,
verse, when it says,
yeah,
they do not practice what they preach. He's
yeah.
condoning the preaching. He's just not he's saying be careful with their actions. He's still
Yes,
condoning
that's
the
right.
preaching, the
Yeah,
law. So
yeah,
that's still an
yeah,
argument that works.
yeah,
He's condoning it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So he's condoning
yeah,
marrying 3-year-olds right there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. So anything else? Yeah,
No, nothing else. It's like they have nothing to stand on.
yeah.
I'm just pointing that out.
Yeah, of course. The Christians, they always make excuses and
And
like
this
like
is
I
the
said,
New
they always
Testament
try
too.
to yeah, exactly. They just basically they just try to diminish the interpretation of the Jewish rabbis before them. Okay, but Matthew 23 has nothing whatsoever to do with with the Jewish rabbis uh you know interpreting or misinterpreting Rebecca 20, age. You see, so this is just about the practices at the time. Okay, right? So as Jesus himself said here in chapter verse number 4, they tie up heavy cumbersome loads and put them on other people's shoulders, but they themselves are not willing to lift a finger to move them. Meaning, I would from this I would understand that the Jewish rabbis have put on a lot of laws and regulations, but they themselves are not willing to follow those laws. You see, so that's what it's saying. Yeah, yeah. There's nothing here related to the rabbis being wrong about Rebecca's age. Yeah,
No, I'm not saying they're
yeah.
wrong. I'm saying Jesus is condoning the Mishnah, the Talmud right here. That says you can marry 3-year-olds. That's what I'm saying.
I wouldn't say condoning. I would say he's just cautioning people from following what the rabbi say and take them with a grain of salt. Yeah, not condoning fully, but not rejecting fully. Yeah, right. Yeah, I wouldn't use the term condoning because Jesus is not condoning it, but Jesus wasn't rejecting it either. You see? Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my take on it. Yeah, that's my take on it. Yeah, that's how I understand Matthew 23. Yeah, I mean the whole section is quite clear. If you read from verse 1 right up until the last verse, which is verse 39, is the context is quite clear. You see? Yeah. But you can't take verses out of isolation and remove the context from it. You need to understand the context of which is being said. Yeah, just because Jesus condemned or criticized the Pharisees in verse number 3, it doesn't mean that Jesus is going to reject everything that the Pharisees have to say. Okay, which is pretty much clear in verse number 4. Okay, why he is criticizing them. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I thank you.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I hope it's clear. Yeah. Walaikum salam. So yeah, you have anything else to say, or you want to leave the stream? It's up to you. Yeah.
Nothing else.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. Are you still there, Brother Tasham? I can hear something in the background.
Yeah, I'm here.
You're watching something. I think you're watching something.
Yep, that's true.
Are you watching something?
Yeah, I am.
You're watching something. I can tell. Yeah. So I think I'm going to end the stream because my internet is really fuzzy today. I really don't know what's happening.
No, I was
on the
gonna
internet,
leave.
so
I
I
was
think
gonna
I'm
leave
going to have
anyways.
to
Yeah, I
end.
was gonna leave anyways. Yeah.
So any last words before I end the stream? Yeah.
I'm sorry. What?
Any last words before I end the stream?
No. What is So you're not going. You can't go back on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, I'm going to have to re-register a new one. I'll let you know. You know when I appear. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what name I'm going to
Oh,
choose,
okay.
but I think you know when you see me.
Why do
Okay?
you keep getting banned from there? I don't understand what.
Because I'm too outspoken and I say nasty things to people who deserve it.
Oh, did wife beater Shaboon rat you out or something?
No, nothing to do with Shamun, although he was part of the problem because some of the things that I wrote about him got censored and I got a warning for those. Yeah. So I think that was that was part of the package. All right. That was part of the package.
That's strange, man. Because I would always like harass and like mock James White on Twitter. Nothing happened to me. I would say the F
Twitter is
word and all
different.
that. And nothing happened to
No,
me. So
dude, Twitter is different. I mean, Facebook has become a different place now. I mean, it's totally moderated and it's totally controlled. I mean, it's different from back when it was first started 20 years ago. And 20 years ago, I could say all sorts of nasty things on Facebook and I never got banned. Okay. But today, if you just say one word, like for example, there was this joke that I overplayed. Okay, there's this item in IKEA. I think you know that it's called the Detolf, right?
what? Detolf?
The Detolf, yeah, DETOLF. Okay. So I made a joke about it because you see the thing is someone reposted that cabinet, and instead of writing DETOLF, he or she wrote ADOLF. Okay.
Oh, Adolf. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So you know what I replied to that? I said, "Hail Hitler." I wrote that, "Hail Hitler," in the comments. And you know what happened to me after that? I got banned permanently by Facebook. Facebook said that basically Facebook comments was I had done something which is racist and which would incite people to do racism. And then I got banned permanently. No chance for appeal. Simply because I made a joke about it. I really don't get it, man.
Oh wow, that's really
Yeah.
that's really yeah, that's
I
why I
mean,
opened
I
like
mean,
multiple
I mean,
Facebook. So in
I
case
mean,
one gets banned, I got
yeah,
another one.
yeah. I mean, what's wrong with me saying "Hail Hitler" to a joke about ADOLF? Was it too extreme? I was just
No, you
joking,
can't
man.
say that, man. That's like really offensive to Jews. That's like really offensive to us.
Yeah, but it was just a joke. It wasn't. It wasn't even written in response to a Jew. The
Nobody
guy was American.
listen, man, there's no such things as jokes anymore. Like people
Oh
take
my
it
god.
too seriously now. You
Oh my
can't you
god.
can't say anything
Yeah.
about black people. You'll get into like serious trouble if you say that. You can't like make jokes anymore. There's no such thing as jokes
My
anymore.
god.
You get into
My
like
god.
serious trouble now.
Yeah, Facebook is getting very restrictive and very moderated now, but the problem is that I still need Facebook. I still need to use Facebook for certain things. So unfortunately I'm going to have to register a new account anyways, but yeah, I'll do it in a few days time. Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube's pretty bad too. They gave me a strike because I was refuting Islamicized. You know the stupid thing, the psycho David Wood did Islamicize me. I was making
Yeah.
rebuttals and I got a strike. I'm like, what the hell, man? I'm not promoting this shit. I'm just refuting it.
What
Then
was the
I got a
strike about?
strike and I tried to appeal it. I lost the appeal. I was like, what the hell,
what
man?
what was the strike about? What does
What?
he say? What did the
It said
strike say?
that it said a criminal you're promoting criminal organizations. I'm like, what the?
the hell?
I'm just refuting David Wood's like stupidity, man. I'm not promoting that I'm not promoting that. And
Okay,
I
that doesn't
got a
make any sense.
strike.
That doesn't
And
make any sense.
it was so annoying, man. I was so pissed off.
But if you got a strike for doing Islamicize me, for responding to Islamize me, then why didn't David get a strike for uploading Islamicize
He did.
me?
He did. He got it. He got like a bunch of warnings and strikes for it. But I don't know. Like the strike's gone now. After 90 days, it disappears from your channel, so it's gone now. But I was just pissed off. I was like, why am I getting a strike? I'm just refuting it. I'm not promoting it. So it
Yeah, it
was
doesn't
just
make
like
any sense.
annoying.
Yeah.
And Islamicize me
Yeah,
still up there. It's still on the internet.
Yeah, actually, this reminds me of a strike. Not it wasn't a strike; it was a warning. You know what the warning was? I was responding to. I was actually this was actually from the debate I had with Apusi several years back, 2 years ago, where I mentioned the Christchurch killings. Right, I was criticizing it, and then I mentioned the manifesto that this guy was bringing up when he went to these two mosques in New Zealand and massacring Muslims, and then I got a strike for it for promotion of hate crime for hate crime and promotion of terrorism. I was like, what? I'm criticizing the guy. I was criticizing the manifesto, and I got a strike for promotion of terrorism and hate. What the hell, man? Why?
That is really retarded. That is really retarded, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
You tell me, you
YouTube's
tell me
like run.
why. You tell me why. You tell me why I got a strike for that.
YouTube is like run by idiots, man. Like their algorithms stupid. They're the fact that they're like banning people like left and right for like stupid things is
Yeah, but so far I haven't got banned from YouTube. And I hope I don't get banned. However, for Facebook, I think I've got banned. This is like my third ban from Facebook. Yeah. So I'm going to have to
holy.
make my yeah. So it's not I'm not so surprised anymore. I think Zuckerberg just hates me. Okay. So in any case, I'm going to register a new account and hopefully this time he doesn't notice me. Okay, because the last time I tried to register an account immediately after I got banned, their algorithms detected that it was me and I immediately got banned. So it needs some time to sink in. I need some time gap between the first ban and the new account that I'm going to register before I actually attempt to register again. Yeah. Just need to make sure that I just need to make sure that Facebook doesn't detect my registration. That's all. Yeah, because they have the algorithms to determine whether I'm really me or I'm someone else. So I have to pretend that I'm someone else. You see? Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's really that's really I don't know, that sounds complicated.
Yeah, I got it figured out. Don't worry. This is something that I do for a living, brother. So it's not something complicated to me. It's something very natural to me. Yeah, it might sound complicated to those who are not familiar with how algorithms work or how social media works, but I'm quite familiar with it because this is my bread and butter. Yeah, so totally fine with it. Yeah.
I see. I see.
Yeah. So any last words? That's all.
Yeah, that I was
That's
just
it.
wondering. I was like, where's MENJ? He's did he like delete his Facebook or something? Like confused? I was like, maybe he deactivated or he left or something. So I was kind of confused. I wanted to message you something, but I couldn't find you. I was like, what the
Yeah.
hell?
Don't worry. Don't worry about it. I'll be back. I'll be back.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
I think you know where that quote is from. If you're a movie buff like me, then you will know where it's from. I'll be
Arnold
back.
Schwarzenegger, Terminator.
See, you
Arnold
know your movie,
Schwarzenegger.
man. You
I
know your
know my
movies.
movie.
Yeah. You
I'll
know
be
your
back.
movies. I'll be back. I'll be
But
back.
we know Sam Shabood's wife won't be back.
Yeah, that is a different story. I think that's about cooking, right? Someone cooked, and the only thing he cooked was his marriage. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing he could beat is like ex-wife, and now he's like beating his little Assyrian meat, and it's like in his like a studio apartment, in his
You
like
mean the
mattress or whatever.
You mean the 5.5-inch pecker?
Yeah, they go going. Oh yeah, I
Oh
mean,
my god.
is circumcised Assyrian. Well, are they? I don't know if they're circumcised, but
How do you
probably
how
on
do you
his
know
like.
this? How do you know it's circumcised anyway?
I don't know. I don't know. Do these Arabs like circumcise themselves? Do the Assyrians like I don't know what their culture is. They
Is he an
probably
Arab? I don't think he's
they
even
probably
an Arab.
suck.
He doesn't even speak Arabic, man. He doesn't even speak Arabic. Okay,
No,
he's
Assyrian.
not. He's definitely not.
Assyrian. That's Arab, right? I
Assyrians
mean,
are
I
not
don't know. All
Arabs.
these
They just
Arabs,
live in the region. Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
All
mean, he
these
lives in
Arabs,
the.
they're kind of like the same to
He,
me. I'm sorry. What?
I wouldn't consider him to be. I wouldn't consider him to be an Arab because he doesn't speak Arabic and he doesn't know his own mother tongue. I mean, he's more of a Caucasian and an Arab than to me at least. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he
Yeah,
grew up in the
he
West.
doesn't
He
behave
has
in
like
an Arab.
Western. He has
Yeah,
like
yeah,
no.
yeah.
I mean, they're
He has
annoying.
totally no.
They're
Yeah, he has
yeah,
totally
they're
no Arab
annoying. Like
values. Okay, I
Arabs
mean,
are they are kind of annoying to me. They're annoying, but this one like this one's like taken to a whole other level. How annoying he is.
we keep dissing him all day long, man. I mean, I think if you want to go a dissing match, I think we will win because we can diss him all day long, man.
Yeah, we got more ammunition against him. Yeah, we got way more
Oh my
ammunition.
god. Oh my god. I really don't want to talk about this filthy fella, but he can't I can't help but make fun of him, because he's such an idiot. Okay. Oh, you see, brother Sydney's offended, you see. Hey, I'm Arab. What the hell? Oh, yeah, I know, brother. Sorry, brother Sydney Football TV. You're a totally different kind of Arab. You're a Levantine. So I do love Levantines more than that ugly botak, the guy, who calls himself an Assyrian, but a stupid name like Hassamo, Hashemo. See, I'm making fun of his name now. Oh my god. Okay. All right.
Asamo.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's his real name. That's his
Hashemo.
real name, right? That's his real name.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his real name. Yeah. Yeah. Hashemo.
Oh, so
Just a pun there.
he
If you
shortened
didn't
it to
get it.
Sam. He shortened it to Sam. Yeah. What a stupid name, Hasamu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey ladies, I'm Hasamu and I got the dick.
I've got a 5.5-inch pecker.
6 when it gets hard.
But the plumber has 7, so unfortunately my wife ran away with the plumber because of that, right?
God, dude. That's so ridiculous. No, the funniest.
I'm sorry,
funniest is like,
I just can't help myself. I'm sorry. I
man.
just can't help myself, chat. Oh my
No,
god.
no.
Oh my god, I can't help myself.
No, the
Oh my god.
funniest
I
is like
shouldn't be
when
talking
like
about someone else's. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Go
when
ahead. Yeah.
some kids were like, on his live stream, like calling him a wife beater and hanging up. That was like one of the funniest things I've heard. Like kids would like
Oh
call his
my
channel
God.
and then
Okay.
they would like call him a wife beater and hang up. I have the videos on my channel where like kids would
Actually,
call him
yeah,
and then they would
I
like
saw the
call him a
yeah,
wife beater and they'd like hang up.
yeah. Yeah, I saw the videos. I downloaded.
Oh man, it's
I
pretty
downloaded
funny.
them. I have it on my G drive.
Sorry,
I'm
what?
thinking of turning it into some sort of video or something. I'm thinking of turning that material into some sort of video later on another channel. Let's see whether that works. Yeah, I want to make fun of this bugger because this guy just wouldn't quit, right? I mean, he can make fun. He makes fun of Islam. He makes fun of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So yeah, let's have some fun at his expense. I don't see anything wrong with that. Okay. So okay, let me see. Brother Sydney Football TV says Assyrians are Iraqi. Well, I don't know. This guy is more Caucasian than Iraqi. He doesn't behave like an Iraqi. Okay.
No,
okay. I think that
Iraqis.
brother is not
They.
brother
I
is not-
mean, Arabs. They behave like that. They're like super annoying. They're super loud. You know, they're like that.
I don't know. Maybe you're just referring to one group of Arabs. You know that the Arabs are, there are different types of Arabs, don't you? Because the Levantine Arabs are quite different. Yeah, they're not that loud. Yeah,
Yeah, but to me,
they're not
they're
that
all.
loud.
To me, they're mostly the same. To me, they're like their behavior. They're like the same.
Oh,
I don't
come
know. I don't
on,
hang out. I don't
come
hang
on,
out with a lot of them, so I wouldn't. I don't. I can't. I can't.
Don't
I can't
stereotype
really
them,
like
please.
comment. But okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't stereotype them. Okay, so yeah, I mean, not all Arabs behave the way they that you may see. Okay, I have a huge respect for Arabs, but there are some Arabs which I can't tolerate, like yeah, like the like certain people that I know, but I've never considered Hassamo to be an Arab. Okay, I've never considered Hassamo to be part of the Arab race because he doesn't behave like one. Okay, yeah, he doesn't even speak the lingo. So how could you even call him Arab, even though he may or may not have Arabic roots? I don't know, but I wouldn't consider him to be an Arab at all. He doesn't behave like one. It's okay.
No,
Okay,
because he grew up.
right.
He grew up in the West. Like like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't even behave like my own people. I behave like a Western because I grew up. I was born in the West. I was born in America, so I identify with them. So same thing with Hassamu. Hassamu was raised in America. He wasn't born in America, but he was raised in America. So he's going to behave like an American. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah.
So
I
like it's
admittedly
like
now
it's
I
like
was born in the
if
US,
you were
but
raised
yeah,
if you were raised
I'm like the other way. I'm like the other way around because I was born in the US, but I don't behave like an American. I'm the
yeah,
other way
exactly,
around.
exactly.
So yeah.
So
Yeah. You go. Yeah, you were saying. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. If you're born here, you're gonna behave like an American. You know, you're not gonna behave like a Iraqi or Assyrian or like whatever race he is. He's not gonna behave that way. He was born in America, and in America, you're given more ways to express yourself, I guess. So that's why he's so crazy, and that's why he expresses himself in a pretty strange way. But his behavior is very consistent with typical Arab behavior I see. Uh, that just my because he's still like culturally, he's still Middle Easterner. He's still like from that region. He's gonna eat their food. He's gonna behave like them, etc.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know whether he even eats their food. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, I kind of doubt that he does anyway. Yeah. I mean, the guy doesn't even know a single word of Arabic. Yeah. Okay, so he's totally disconnected from his people. I don't know whether his people will want to acknowledge him as part of them as well. So that's another
Wow.
issue altogether. Yeah.
First his wife leaves him. Now his whole race, his whole country leaves. They're like, we don't want Shabud. You deal with it.
We don't want to be associated with Hassamo at all. I mean, how could a foul mouth,
We don't want Hassan.
ugly
We want our
looking,
name back.
yeah. I mean, seriously, how could a foul mouth, ugly, balding, cussing little shithole like him, would want to be, given the chance to be associated with anything? I'm actually surprised that he was
You know what's
married at one point. It's actually surprising that he got married.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
I think it was
you
arranged. I honestly I think it's arranged. It was an arranged marriage. There's no way a girl like willingly dated him, like willingly. I don't think so. I think it was more of an arranged
with a mouth like that. I'm
marriage
surprised.
between
With a
between
mouth,
those two.
I can't imagine a girl even kissing that face, man. I mean, with a face like that and a mouth like that. I mean, how the hell did they even consummate their marriage? I don't even want to go there.
No,
Okay.
he had two daughters. He had two daughters
Yeah,
with her. Two
that's
daughters with
the
her,
amazing. That's
which really
another
blows
amazing
my
part.
mind.
That's another amazing part
Yeah.
of it. He has two daughters. Okay, which means that he had sex at least twice. Okay, which is even more amazing in itself. Okay, which is a miracle, man. It's a miracle.
Yeah, because
Okay, so,
Sam Shaboon Jr. was shooting blanks, and apparently one of them went in there or something. I don't know.
oh my god. Okay, I don't even want to go there, brother. Please don't put images into my head. I already have enough images for his specker, so I don't want to add
Yeah.
on to that. Okay, all right. So yeah. So anyways, yeah. So I don't think anyone is going to come on, and I don't think I want to continue this live stream because it's already been about 2 hours and 33 minutes. Although there are 6 viewers watching the live stream.
I gotta
so,
go.
yeah.
I gotta go anyways. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I'll see you then. Okay. I'll see you when I
Yeah,
see
good
you.
talking, you, man. I mean, Jay.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good. You know that it's not pronounced mensch, right?
I mean, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. I mean, Jay, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting, man. I mean, Jay, I keep forgetting.
For you, I don't mind making an exception. You can call me mensch if you want, but please try not to. Okay, it just annoys the crap out of me whenever people say mensch. Yeah, I mean,
I keep
although
I keep forgetting. I'm being honest here. I keep forgetting.
yeah, I mean, I know you don't do it intentionally, but there are people who calls me mensch or menji or munch or minch. It just annoys me. You know, it just super annoys me because that's not how the pronunciation is supposed to be. Yeah, it's like when you pronounce, if someone were to pronounce FBI as Fabi or CIA as Chia. Yeah, you imagine how annoying that would be. How annoying it would sound like. Chia. Oh, the Chia is coming after me. Oh, the Chia is investigating me. Oh, the Fabi is trying to look into my calls, into my phones. Imagine how that would sound like. Yeah, so it's that annoying to me. Yeah, this is a personal beef that I have with with the pronunciation. Yeah. Nothing against you personally, by the way. Yeah, don't. Yeah. That's all. Yeah. So I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah, definitely. Let me know.
Okay. All right. Okay. So see you. Yeah. You can leave now if you
See ya.
want.
Good talking. Yeah.
Yeah. Good time talking to you as well. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think yeah. I think I'm gonna switch on my camera and say, okay, yeah, right. And I'm gonna switch it off back again. Yeah. I don't feel inclined to switch on my camera, and I think my throat is getting a bit sore as it is. Oh my. I think I've been talking for the past 2 hours and 36 minutes. It's really tiring, and my internet full bar on me several times over. So I'm a bit discouraged from or a bit demotivated from continuing this live stream. I think I'm going to have to end it here. It's already 11:53 a.m. and I haven't taken my bath. I'm supposed to take my bath earlier, but I did not. Okay, I think I stink like hell. So I'm going to have to leave you guys now. All right. So yeah, but it has been very entertaining so far. It has not been a bad live stream. Okay. Although there was some controversy. I think I think I'm sorry, but I don't think I can bring on that other guy for now. At least not until not until things calm down. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to leave it at that. But yeah, so wow, it has been a very busy week for me for the past 2 weeks, in fact. So last week I had a live stream where I had a debate with against Apusi and Core Logic on MDD, the modern day debate. And then yesterday I had a grueling debate. Well, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as the first one, because the first one I had to like defend the Islamic position, whereas for yesterday it was basically a calm, civilized dialogue between two opposing sides, which is what I actually would love to engage in. But I don't get that kind of opportunities often. But anyways, yeah. So I'm going to leave it at that. And thank you everyone for joining the live stream. I really do appreciate your being here. If you like my channel, please do not forget to subscribe. If you would like to share my video, please do so and share it to your friends, your family, anyone you may know, so that they recognize the brand, recognize the name, the Muslim Apologist. Brother Dia, I hope you have been wearing my T-shirt to the masjid or to the university, so that they have seen my channel. Nah, I'm just kidding. If you want to wear it, it's up to you. But anyways, yeah. Other than that, yeah. I mean, yeah. Stay safe, everyone, and yeah. Hopefully, inshallah, I'll see you again in a future live stream. I will schedule another live stream in advance, but it won't be next week, because I think I need a break from all this, okay, or from all of this, because having live streams every week just takes up too much of my time and takes up too much of my energy. Okay, I have so many other things to do, and I ended up focusing too much on live streaming and and YouTubing and etc. Wow, other things that I was supposed to do, I just simply abandoned them. Okay, because I can't be in two places at the same time. I'm not as young as I used to be, when I could multitask and do multiple things at the same time. I'm just not that energetic. I mean, I'm still motivated to do that, but I'm just not that energetic anymore. So I can only do one thing at a time. Take it easy, take it slow. So I think next week there won't be any live streaming for me, but probably the following week, inshallah. Let's see. I think I will schedule for that. Inshallah, I'll see you again in the future live stream. So assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.